All right. So this is called How One Small Streamer Annihilated Three Popular Bullies Overnight. Kingsman versus Cece, Zaza, and Luciasa. So if y'all don't know what this is about, this is by Mujin, by the way. If y'all don't know what this is about, it's about a tournament that happened a couple days ago, like last week, a week or two ago, I think, and it just got really out of hand. And so Kingsman, this guy right here, Kingsman, was basically like bullied and like the whole 9 yards. He was just bullied the entire time, and then was kicked out for telling I think it was this one that she has to get out, or not has to, but it would be better for her to get out of Black Widow because it's the worst fucking like hero in Marvel Rivals, which I don't know who the fuck plays Black Widow. Clearly her, and she was being like super toxic about it. Or all three of these girls were being like super toxic about it, and then they kind of jumped him, and then she told her boyfriend about it to the admin or the host, and the host kicked him out for it. It was, and all he did was basically case in point, proved that like he not proved, I guess, yeah, he proved that fuck, I forgot the words for it. I'm having such a brain fart. Just know that those three girls are in the wrong and were like super toxic to him, and he was just trying to play the game and win the tournament. It's because he needed because he said the $40,000 would actually help him go through college, and they called him a loser for that. I'm not even lying. That's an actual thing that they did. They called him a fucking loser because he wanted to win the game instead of playing for good vibes. Fuck them. Fuck these guys. Fuck these bitches. Like the fuck. But alright, we're gonna get into this. It is a hefty video, so go check out Mujin. It's gotta be in the description of this video. I'm gonna put Mujin's channel along with this video. So please go check it out. And let's get right into it. Also, I hope please like and subscribe. Leave a comment to see what and tell me what other videos you want me to watch, and I'll watch them. I'll give it a try, and we'll see where it go from there. I'm gonna give it a like because this is my first ever Mujin video too, by the way. So, I heard really good things about it though. So, let's get right into it.
A result or effect, typically one that is unwelcome or unpleasant. Now, I'm sure that this definition would work out in consequence. A result or effect, typically one that is unwelcome or unpleasant. Now, I'm sure that this definition would...
This has a big meaning though, like real shit. It really does have a bigger meaning. The consequences part, because these women do not want to take responsibility for their actions. And they got canceled like a motherfucker. It was hilarious.
Work out in most situations, but when it comes to this incident that we're going to discuss, unpleasant is a massive understatement.
Yep.
Because how else would you explain posting a video defending yourself in the face of consequences and getting one of the worst like to dislike ratios I've ever seen in my entire life?
Holy shit, 54,000 dislikes, dude. Oh my god, I didn't know it was that bad. Oh fuck. She fucked up horribly. Deserved. Mind you, deserved. She deserves all of this.
How else would you explain
she lied.
Notes that are so ruthless that they put you in...
She lied. Imagine this. It's like, I haven't lied once, bro. She lied. She lied about that.
Physical pain when you read them, all while your sponsors join in the chaos and start canceling their contracts with you. I mean, really, is unpleasant truly a word that can describe how...
Bro, I saw this meme everywhere. How Kingsman felt after watching his old team get destroyed in the Rivals tournament. Fucking hilarious. Not gonna lie. This fucking... But I saw that. It was actually like super funny. Go check out that meme. It really is funny.
bad this is when there's an NBA team that's making fun of you on their TikTok page.
That was an NBA team?
So hard that your name is now used as cultural lingo to signify a bad player in a multiplayer game. I mean, seriously.
Ooh.
How the hell did it get so bad? Well, at its essence, this incident wasn't centered on
That's gotta be really horrible.
This was something that everyone can understand. A victim standing up to his very ruthless bullies. Yep. They held more power and influence over him and managed to cause considerable damage.
There's a lot of cases like that as well, and this is just one of them. There's a lot. I won't go like completely into detail because I don't know completely about like this entire is it industry space. I'll say like I don't know the entirety of this space, but there's like a lot of drama that happens a lot in this community. This happens in the VTuber community, and well. Let's just say, but they're not VTubers, but they are like, it's worse in the flesh tuber community. It's just as bad or even worse than the VTuber community. Not saying that it's bad, but there's always the rotten eggs. And at one point, those rotten eggs will crack and show you their inside and how they are inside. And it's rotten. So
he was framed and they tarnished his reputation.
That's right, they framed his ass. They said that he was like being super toxic and that he was the one bullying like one player bullying her for playing Black Widow and like constantly just doing that and like dude. And when it was literally just the other way around and he was actually trying to win and he was just being bullied for it.
He would then, all alone, stand up for himself. And when the community had his back, the bullies would not only double down, they would triple down and quadruple down, never once apologizing to him. This truly showed us how vile they truly were.
Dude, I did not see this. What? Oh, this bitch is done. Dude, are you... I'm looking at that right? I'm looking at that. I'm not gonna say it, but holy fuck. Fuck this bitch, dude. For real.
As they were being cornered by, well, the entire internet. So no wonder this escaped containment outside of the Marvel Rivals community and into the mainstream. You now have people, both young and old, wondering what happened, asking, hey, can I get details about this?
Yeah.
Of course they would, because this story not only plays out like a classic movie plotline, it also has an extremely satisfying ending.
It does. It does. I feel so, like, happy for Kingsman. Because, like, all in all, Kingsman, if y'all don't know, by now Kingsman already like he's doing better. He got like a bigger following now, so thank God. And like he's getting more, people. He's getting more fans and like people supporting him by the day. So thank God that he was able to clear his name from all this bullshit from these stupid bitches that fucked him over really badly. And he needed the money for college. Reminding you. He needed the money for college, and they called him a fucking loser for that and kicked him out. I have no sympathy towards these women. So, yeah. But good for Kingsman. Good for Kingsman. What? Wait, what else did he say? He said something else. Dude, I heard this story like so many times. I heard it on Asmongold's channel, and I heard it on dude. It was so big. Fucking Charlie talked about it. Moist Critical talked about this shit. And fucking Terrorizer and Nogla talked about it on their little news channel as well. TNN. Dude. Insane. That's how bad it got. Oh, dude.
Like a classic movie plotline, it also has an extremely satisfying ending.
Good.
However, the ending is even more satisfying if you truly understand every aspect that led up to it. And seeing that there's a lot of details involved, I figured we have to talk about it, which is why I'm making this video. So, without further ado,
Mujin.
Here's the full story of how Kingsman stood up to his 3 bullies and won.
Hell yeah, buddy.
Alright, so first things first, who the hell is Kingsman265? Well, before even starting to upload videos or create content, he was someone who had already spent time in first-person shooter games, most notably Hyperscape, a Ubisoft game that came out in 2020. According to him, he played this game back when he was 16 years old. And he was so good at it that at some point he was #1 on the leaderboard. Quite the achievement, especially since this game had a crazy learning curve.
I've never heard of Hyperscape before, dude. Like, I've never heard of Hyperscape. Well, it's probably because of like Ubisoft canceled the free to play. It probably died after that. But I've never heard of it. But he was #1 in it. That's actually pretty insane. You had to be like super good, especially for something that apparently had a learning curve. Fuck it.
Unfortunately, wouldn't last because the game would prove to be unpopular and shut down very shortly after. This is when he would make the move to Apex. And just like in Hyperscape, the guy was very skilled too, achieving
so he's just really good at
consistently.
At FPS games.
Everything would change when Marvel Rivals would come out on December 6th, 2024. This is when
everybody was playing that bitch. They still are.
And just like in the other games he played,
this is I like how everybody still thinks that this isn't the I was about to say the Fortnite killer, the fucking the Overwatch killer, because nobody gives a fuck about Overwatch anymore, dude. They fucking play this. I mean, some people give a fuck about Overwatch, but that's like the diehard fans and like fans that like have been playing it since. But it really killed. When Marvel Rivals came out, it really killed Overwatch 2, like immediately. Almost immediately. And everybody's like, oh, it's gonna die out, it's whatever, it's gonna die out. And then look at it now. People are still fucking playing it. And honestly, after this, like literally after this, I've been wanting to play Marvel Rivals as well. But dude, it's mainly because they got some bad bitches in there, dude. Oh my god. They do not hold back on the costumes. And thank God.
He was also incredibly skilled here, reaching top 500 in multiple roles using multiple heroes while also managing to become the rank 1 magic player, a character that's not even ranked at the top of the meta. Look, by this point it was obvious. Kingsman wasn't just talented in Rivals, he was talented in...
Wait, so he was a #1 in Magic when it wasn't even a meta? So he was just like... So he was literally built different. That's actually insane.
In general in competitive games. Unfortunately though, this ridiculous level of skill wouldn't translate into much viewership. He would start streaming in the summer of 2023 and would continue streaming regularly, consistently. And yet for almost 2 years and a half, the growth wouldn't translate into much, with him peaking at around 150 average viewers.
Well, I mean, still, that's still pretty good, honestly. But still, like, I can understand, like, he was... I mean, you're really good fucking you're really good at FPS games, but I could also say that like people would want to watch something different, you know, like they want to watch more variety sometimes. I mean, of course there's like the hardcore dedicated fans that will watch you play whatever you want to play, but and then you can build your community off of that, which a lot do. But he actually he's doing pretty good. 149 viewers, shit. I get 3. Or, not really, I got like 2 at most. But, that's still pretty good. And he was like, really banging on goddamn Marvel Rivals? Shit. Might as well, shit.
That's just the reality of the streaming landscape, especially when it came to a game like Marvel Rivals. So on January 12th, 2026, when Basim ZB, a Marvel Rivals content creator, would announce that he was hosting a tournament for Marvel Rivals titled Creator Cup with a $40,000 prize pool.
This guy, fuck this guy. He's a simp. He's a simp.
Including 48 creators, one of them being Kingsman. As you can imagine, he was very excited. This is an opportunity to not just showcase your content and your gameplay, but also a shot at winning a prize.
Hey,
this prize pool also didn't come from just anywhere. It was officially being sponsored by NetEase Games, the creators of the game.
Dude, that makes it so much fucking worse. I hope this guy never gets sponsored again to do any sort of tournament. Oh fuck! It was sponsored by fucking Marvel Rivals. That ooh. I bet you feel stupid now, huh, Basim? I bet you feel fucking stupid now, huh?
The way this was structured.
Oh. See, she was a captain, and she was bitching about the whole shit. She was a captain. Then why the fuck wasn't she playing any better? I saw the clip. She had fucking 0 and 2. And Kingsman had like 18 and 2. No, she had 0 and 5. Kingsman had like 18 and 2. That was insane. I thought that was fucking fire. I thought he was the captain and they just kicked him out and made her captain.
Was simple. There would be 8 different captains, and on the 13th of January, they'd all be present on Basim's livestream to create their team from those 40 invited content creators. Right. In the case of Kingsman, he'd end up being picked by the captain.
Is that Puffer? Puffer was on this team? Well, good on Puffer for not, you know. Huh. Yeah, good on Puffer. I bet, how much you want to bet he didn't even know what the fuck was going on. He was like, oh, what's wrong? Why did we kick our guy? He was like our best player. Oh, all right. And then they just got another guy. And then he's like, okay. I bet Puffer was just there. Just whatever. Puffer's good at fucking Marvel Rivals too, so I don't know. I had no idea Puffer was in there. Actually kind of insane.
Captain Cece. She admitted during the draft pick that she didn't know him. She just knew that he was very skilled. Alongside him, she would pick a few other teammates. What you have to keep in mind are 2 names in particular.
Okay, hold on. So we're gonna put that right here. Okay, so right behind me is Helen. So this is the one that plays Black Widow. So it wasn't Cece, it was Zaza. So, but I mean, still, fuck all 3 of these bitches. But she played Helen and Hawkeye. No, you know, snipers. She's a sniper. It's whatever. But Black Widow, dude, really? Like, you couldn't play any other fucking character? Were you just that shit? See, at least this one has some diversity in it. Fucking, it had Frost. It had Cloak and Dagger. And then Sue Storm. Or Sue Richards. Invisigirl. See, at least this one, it looked pretty okay. This one's okay. I don't know why the fuck she was talking shit. But this was terrible. This whole thing will probably kill you. This is why you don't see people play. I don't think I've ever seen anyone play Black Widow in a tournament. Because it's just that terrible.
Zaza Stack and Luciasa. You see, Kingsman was streaming as Cece was picking her team, and from the moment this team was formed, he signaled one worry that he had, Zaza Stack. So shortly after the draft, he would get into a call with the team captain, Cece, and he would express his worries. He'd very clearly outlined to her that he was worried about Zaza Stack, not because of her skill, not because of her as a person, but because she was the only content creator that was based in Australia when everyone else was playing on US-based servers.
This bitch was in Australia? I keep saying bitch a lot, I'm sorry. In Australia though? And she's a fucking sniper? Are you stupid? Be a healer. Like, if you're gonna have that like shit of ping, because I already know that ping is gonna be fucking abysmal. You might as well just play a healer, dude. Don't even try to attack. Like, just go to point, play objective, heal as much as you can. If you die, quickly get back to the other players that are actually doing shit and get on point. Rack up your points on point and get the objective done. Do not fucking attack, okay? That's what There's no way that she thought that was a good idea to play fucking... Oh my, that's so stupid. To play Black Widow? Dude, to play Black Widow, in Australia for US servers? Are you an idiot? What? So fucking stupid. What?
This meant that she had 200 ping. And to make matters worse,
What'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? Dumbass. Capital D. Who the fuck? Okay. And she... The more I'm learning about this, the more it's pissing me off. And I don't even play rivals like that, dude. I just know I can play objective. Dude, I play Star-Lord. But I could also play Helen. Or Hela. I haven't played Marvels in a while. I just know I can play Star-Lord like a motherfucker, though. I was really good at Star-Lord for like absolutely no reason. But then again, he's like a really easy... He was a really easy like... he was a really easy character to like play as. Also, I just really like Star-Lord. He's my GOAT.
she was a Black Widow main, a sniper character that of course needs way less than 200 ping to be accurate, while also being a character that's completely out of meta. Cece would reassure Kingsman during their call that don't worry, European players have 150 ping, Zaza's stack isn't that far behind, and that her Black Widow was really good, asking him to be...
I want to play Marvel Rivals so I could play as Daredevil or Gambit. I think I might replay fucking Marvel Rivals, dude. I don't know why I got rid of it, but I kind of want to play Marvel Rivals again. This is making me want to play it.
Patient until he saw her performance himself. So look, by this point, everything was cordial. Everything was friendly and reasonable.
It was good.
It was no secret that Kingsman was worried, but he was optimistic. He wanted to give this team a chance, especially seeing that there was a $40,000 prize pool and he was a completely broke college student.
There you go. See? Context. I was right. But, but it usually always turns out like this. It's usually someone, if they like express their concerns, and then there's somebody that's like, oh, it's fine, dude, it's whatever, you could fucking just, it's fine, other players are gonna be just as shit as I am, it's gonna be fine, I don't have to change anything. I hate players like that. They drag down the whole fucking team. If you're terrible, if you're shit at it, how about you follow the guy that's telling you to change the fucking character? Don't just say, oh, it's fine, dude. Yeah, it's fine. Like, you're a fucking idiot.
He wanted to give it his best shot and chose to...
Nah, you'll go further. If I was in this tournament and he told me, hey, you're pretty shit at Star-Lord, can you fucking change to a different character? Bet. Change to a different character. Hey, you're pretty shit at Hela. Can you change to a different character? Bet. Fuck at me. Dude, no. If I see a man who tells me that fucking, who has 18 and 5 with 2 assists, I saw that clip. I'm listening to him. I don't give a fuck. I'm listening to him and I'm going to learn how to play that other fucking character that fucking day. I don't care. We're going to, oh dude, I'll even play Hawkeye. I'm not very good with Hawkeye, but I could play Hawkeye if I fucking felt like it. Or Spider-Man. What was another character I was able to play? I could play Punisher. I think I'm good with like I think I'm a DPS main. I don't know. I'm like a DPS person. I like fast like hitting and fast shooting. It's a whole thing. I don't know. But if he told me to change my fucking character, I'll be like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll be like, yes, sir. You know exactly what you're talking about. I'm going to definitely fucking change.
Give Zaza Stack the benefit of the doubt. What he could have never seen coming, though, is that this team...
I do like how he blurred out fucking Puffer because he had nothing to do with this. He was just there. Oh, dude. He really got jumped. I feel real bad for Kingsman.
Wasn't going to be too far off from those terrible group projects you had in high school, where you were put with the most entitled, vile bullies.
Ooh.
All right, so here's the deal. A Marvel Rivals team has 6 players. There are different heroes with different roles, and you can use varying combinations to come up with a strategy. At the moment, though, the best strategy is pretty straightforward, and it's used by all pro players. It's called triple support, and it involves having half your team pretty much be support heroes. Seeing that there's not really much you can do to counter a team like this, everyone has been using it to rank up. It's actually very similar to what happened with Overwatch 1 at some point, when the meta used to be 3 supports and 3 tanks. Everyone was using.
Oh, so that's what they were talking about. I was wondering what the 3 support meta was, what that 3 support meta thing was. Apparently, so they get like 3 supports. What are supports? Are supports like the ones that heal you? So they get 3 healers, and then they get like 3, like any other kind, DPS or tank. Oh yeah, look right down here. I'll just take a guess and say there are much more support players playing this game than DPS or tanks. Yeah, so I guess they really do what Mujin said with like how they did in Overwatch 1, and they just get 3 supports, and then they get like, I think it's only like 6 players, no, 5. So they get like 3 supports and 2 heavy hitters, like 3 supports, 1 tank, 1 DPS. I mean, it's not bad, but like, is that really the meta? Is that really the meta now?
Using it, and he couldn't counter it in any way, shape, or form.
I guess it is.
That Kingsman was intending to do his absolute best in this tournament and wanted his team to win, he assumed that his team would also have the same mentality and go with the best meta team possible. Shortly before the tournament would begin, he'd go live on his channel with the intent of scrimming with his team, which meant playing against other teams in this tournament before the tournament began, just to practice. The only person who had shown up was CC. He had to go out of his way to contact everyone else in order for them to get there. 2 of the players.
CC was the only one that wanted to do scrim, that actually showed up for scrims. That's terrible. I think that right then and there, he probably should have realized, it's like, okay, maybe we're gonna fucking lose. Or we are not gonna win because they did not show up for scrims on time. Now, I've never been a part of scrims. I've never been a part of a tournament. I would take that shit seriously though. I'm not good at Marvel Rivals. I'm not a pro player. But if somebody told me that we're gonna play scrims with we're gonna play scrims, and then we're gonna practice. We're gonna make sure that you're all good and a-okay to go. I'm gonna show up. Because it's practice for a reason. It's so you can get all your flaws out. So you'll be fucking prime and ready to go. You'll be prime Michael Jordan. You'll be prime Jordan when it comes to the competition. You do not want to go in that bitch and be ass. You know? Or what's his fucking name? There's a guy that like really sucked. You want to be prime Jordan and fucking prime Larry Bird. You want to be that? You want to be them motherfuckers. 1, to hit the shots, and 2, to talk shit and hit the shots to back it up. Like, yeah, you're gonna show up to scrims.
Couldn't even make it. They found replacements for them, but the only players that showed up from his team were CC, Zazastak, and Lucias.
They were watching his stream.
The scrims went terribly. And I can't remember the last time I had to force myself to watch something this much because of how uncomfortable it was. But I'm not going to be the only one suffering here. I'm going to show you multiple clips of these scrims so you can understand how terrible the team dynamic was and how vile his teammates were. In this first clip, Kingsman expresses shock when his teammates tell him they don't intend to run the best meta team composition in the game. Seeing that some of the people playing this tournament were pro players, this was pretty much similar to saying, hey, we're going to throw the game on purpose. Watch.
Alright, let's see how bad this is.
We're not going to run triple support for the tournament?
No, we're not. Where did you get that idea that we were?
We lost. What?
Where is this triple support coming from? I don't really
okay, then we don't play. Okay, well, this is going to be a hard tourney then.
Yeah, you just think it's going to be a hard tourney.
No, I'm... Guys.
Did this bitch really just say that? What the This bitch really just said that shit. Really? It was like, you're the only one that thinks it's gonna be hard. And I'm like, he's the only one that's gonna be fucking playing. If the meta is triple support, you play triple support. If the guy who is also was used to be number one in a fucking hard ass game, you listen to him. Because there's a reason he was number one in the game. Am I not picking up what they're putting down? Like, am I being judgmental? It's like, I can't believe it's like, so we're not gonna run triple support? No, why would you think that? So why the fuck are we playing? We're just for the vibes, bro. We're just for the vibes. This is an accurate fucking, huh?
Want to try hard this sortie,
if
buddy.
you don't run triple support, like hard meta, bro, we're never winning.
It's a $40,000 sortie, guys.
Yeah,
we're
but
gonna
you
need
can still
triples.
win on off-meta characters. Other people gonna be playing off-meta too. Like,
Yeah, I don't think.
I think you guys have a very different mentality than like other teams. Like I think the other teams will just walk out with full.
Thank you.
Just bear in mind, we're still in the complete beginning.
But did they say that there's different ways to play the game other than triple support, even though all of them are gonna play triple support? And there's apparent, and that subreddit literally said that there's literally no way of actually countering it. Is she dumb? Genuinely, is she dumb? Like, a quick search would tell you that, like, it's like, all right, how do we win a fucking tournament? And it was like, oh, best way to do it, what all the pros do. This, that, and that. And then, like, that's how I would do it. That's how I would actually try to prepare for a tournament. I'll study. And then I'll, like, fucking do the scrims. And it said triple support. Might as well do triple support. I don't know why the fuck they were, like, so combatant against it. So, like, why even play the fucking tournament? Even he was like, why even play the tournament if we're just gonna not do that? It's gonna be
Of the scrims, this is like the first game they're playing together.
That's the first game?
Attempting to take him seriously was someone who wasn't even on the team. They were there as a replacement. The people arguing with him are both Cici and Luciasa, who kind of sound similar, as well as Zazastack. She's the one with the Australian accent. And from their tone, you can tell that they're clowning on him, even though Kingsman is one of the best players in the game. Still, though, you don't get to Kingsman's level of skill if you just gave up easily. So he kept trying to talk sense into his team and only kept getting
See, he's a pretty nice dude. He's a pretty nice guy. I probably would have started talking shit immediately. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm an asshole. And if I want to win, I'm gonna tell you we're gonna fucking win. And I'm gonna be pissed if we don't. Not at you, mainly at myself. But if it's your fault, I'm gonna be pissed at you. Just know that. I want you to know that. Look me in the eye. I'm gonna be pissed off if it's for a $40,000 tournament and you're the reason that we fucking lost. I'm gonna be pissed off at you. And I don't care. Man or woman. You were getting yelled at the entire time. Oh, she hurt my feelings. Fuck you.
Shut down.
Talk some sense into these guys because they don't want to run triple support. They're gonna
fucking triple support a character that I don't know how to play. What the fuck do you want me to do? Like,
what the character? Learn to play the fucking character then. What the fuck are you talking about? It's like triple support with the character I don't know understand how to play. That's what scrims are for. You fucking idiot. To learn.
You don't think any team will want to run triple support?
No, you can barely get Matthew to play freaking support, let alone 50 people.
If Matthew's playing for 40 grand, he's gonna play triple support.
Even he knows.
As you could tell, he was starting to lose his mind. Guys, there's $40,000 on the line, and you think that people weren't going to use the best meta composition in this tournament. The team captain was not taking him seriously, and Zaza Stack was not even attempting to offer to try support. He was starting to get so desperate that he even offered to play support himself, showing that he was willing to do anything.
I feel so bad for him now.
Something that his teammates
He's talking to three brick walls.
Just because you can, I can learn him too and play it.
You need 2 tanks though for triple support.
People are
okay, so they did 2 tanks instead of DPS.
I play strange.
Your chatters that freaking are keyboard Andes, bro.
He would offer to play support. He would offer to play tank.
Keyboard Andes. I bet they're all telling her that you gotta listen to him. And I bet it wasn't even. Why is she watching his stream? What the fuck? Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe that's what they do. They play the game while also streaming, so they could see the different perspectives and see where they could like see what they can work on, you know. But that's just me. I like, again, I don't know anything about tournaments, but if our best player says to do something, I'm gonna fucking do it. And the way that they literally just said is like, I'm not gonna play it because I don't know how to play the player, or I don't know how to, I haven't learned the player. The whole point of scrims is to literally learn. It's a practice round for a reason. You learn the fucking player. Even when you're not streaming, you play the fucking game, get good at the player, and then you play support and say, I got it. We're good. I got you. We gotta play support. We gotta play tank. You play whatever the fuck they tell you to play. If like, dude, I just can't. I can't. It, because for me, it's like he compared it to a school project, like in a group, like, you know, those groups, like how they did in school projects and shit, like the groups of 3. So usually I would be the one that would be the one doing most of the work. Like, I'm not even lying. There was only one time I didn't really know how to do any of the work. So all I did was like, I told them, I'll do the presentation. You just tell me what to type. You tell me what to type and I'll do the presentation for y'all. Even then, I still came up with like a better solution. Instead of just, yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I met some people that just did that and it pissed me the fuck off. But look, if
nothing, just more disrespect. He would continue to argue his point.
If you are gonna play a tournament, if you are in a fucking big tournament, do not, I repeat, do not just play your main. Of course you can play your main. Of course you can play it. But don't just solely play it. You have to play other fucking characters as well. There's no way that, there's no reason you shouldn't play the other characters. Play other characters unless specifically told, play your main so we can fuck these guys up. Other than that, play something else. Support, tank, whatever. Play objective.
Trying to find some sort of compromise with Zaza Stack. His teammates were not having it, and this is what the team captain, the leader here, CC, had to say to him. An incredible response. Watch.
Yeah. Hold on, Kingsman, you're gonna tell me, bro. We haven't even played against them yet, bro. Chill.
It's important to draft a good composition before the round starts, or before the match starts.
No shit, bro. But you think Zaza's gonna swap after we had this conversation 10 different times?
If you had this conversation 10 different times, then why the fuck aren't you a different character?
Yeah, I don't know how to tell you when you keep asking. Like,
I'm telling you right now, she's gonna start on Widow no matter what you say.
I don't even think I've been playing that bad in our scrims on Widow either.
Oh, I believe you. I believe.
Wait. Where's he at? Guys, I want you to look at the leaderboard right now. What do you see right here? This is scrims, by the way. What do you see right now? Who has the most kills? Who has the most kills? Kingsman. And Zaza has 2. He's 5-1, and she's 2-1. That means she only got 1 kill last round and died. Or she got 1 kill last round, didn't do anything else. And then this round, or no, like 2, it's been 2 rounds. So let's say that. So she did an entire round where she only got 1 kill. And then the next round, she got 1 kill and 1 death. She's literally done nothing. While fucking Kingsman is out here busting ass on scrims. Because he knows what the fuck to do.
I don't even think I've been playing that bad in our scrims on Widow either.
Oh, I believe you. I believe you. I know you won't. I know you're not bad at the character. That's not my point.
I want that.
Not once did Kingsman disrespect Zaza, her skill, her playstyle, her as a person. His main worries stemmed purely from how the other team was going to counter her character just naturally, just based on dynamics. Zaza's stack would argue, my performance isn't even that bad. That's going to age like milk because very shortly after, she would get absolutely pummeled by the enemy team. This is when he would say, do you see my point? This is when he would truly start to get disrespected by his team to the maximum level. Take a look.
I've seen this clip.
My point? Now imagine Zaza trying to live that, right? It's not gonna happen.
He's dueling with Spider-Man, bro.
Bro, none of them
Back to you guys now.
Yes, exactly,
Oh my God,
exactly.
wait, I'm like learning him.
But Bucky will. Bucky will prevent that.
Like, no one is living a 5-man run into their spawn, bro. Kingsman, shut up, bro. Just mic off.
They're living with triple support.
Thank
You
you.
made your point and it's not gonna happen.
So she understood. But she refuses. Why? So she understood, but refuses to do anything about it. Like, dude, this is pissing me off. This is pissing me off. I'm gonna go into a fucking rant. This is gonna be a 2-hour video. We're only 11 minutes in, and she's already pissing, and this is already pissing me off. Mujin, you're a mastermind. You're bringing out all the good clips for me to fucking talk about.
Okay, so
All chats are getting annoyed now.
Yeah, by this point, Kingsman's own chat had lost hope. W ego, it's fucking over. Is she
Bro,
done?
they had
She is
really
so
bad
fucking
egos.
mean. Rip, it's over. Yeah, you're not sniffing $1. You are not getting any money, lil bro. The cherry on top here was the fact they would win this game. Purely because the rank 1 magic, Kingsman, would carry.
Look how fucking abysmal she did. She didn't even die. She died once. And fucking Kingsman died 2 times, but killed 13. And I bet, how much you want to bet if you brought this up to her right now? She's like, but he died 2 times. It's like, yeah, but the motherfucker got 13 kills. What did you get? You got fucking 2. You're dog shit.
The hell out of his dumbass team. Zaza's stack throughout the entire game would only get 2 eliminations. 2. I want to emphasize to you how much of an achievement that is. Getting a kill in this game isn't like in Call of Duty or other FPS games. If you just as much touch an opponent that ends up dying later by your teammate, it counts as a kill. Like literally just doing 1 damage. This meant that throughout the entire game, she only hit 2 different people as a sniper. That's just how crazy
sad,
this
dude.
is.
So she didn't even kill them. All she did was fucking like put some damage on them, and like somebody else killed them. And I bet it was Kingsman. I bet it was Kingsman that fucking did it too. That's, oh dude, that's insane.
And no one saw this as a problem except for Kingsman. That's how crazy the situation was. No matter what Kingsman would say, how he tried to formulate a sentence, how he would try to get the point across, he would always be disrespected. Like in this clip, watch.
Poor guy.
Just save your breath.
Because I'm not swapping over Black Widow.
Okay, then we lost the tournament. GG, go next. That's literally.
Oh man, I feel so bad for him that he has to deal with these 3 dumb bitches that have ego over anything else.
How it works.
It's not happening, bro.
Oh my God, I just gotta talk about this fucking conversation now.
Nah, bro. And just gonna make another video, bro, for sure.
Oh, this is an important conversation. This is.
You want to see something really ironic? As soon as this game started, literally as soon as this game started, one of the first people who died was Cece.
No fucking way.
As this game started, literally as soon as this game started, one of the first...
Fucking insane, dude. The team captain died immediately.
First people who died was Cece, and then...
one.
Who else?
Little one.
Zaza stack immediately by
Spider-Man. The thing she said that she could actually take on. No, she can't.
Spider-Man. By the way, I just want to emphasize, Cece had told Kingsman specifically when they had the call before starting scrims that Zaza was great at taking out Spider-Man. That's why she's Widow. You want to see something even more ironic? Kingsman would get 18 eliminations, carrying the hell out of his team again, while Zaza stack couldn't even hit one person. 0 kills as a sniper, 5 deaths, and 0 assists. Assists are purely for healers, people who give you buffs, and if you get a kill, they get an assist. Zaza couldn't hit a single enemy that died this game. A single one. He would keep emphasizing his arguments, the fact that he went against #1 Black Widows in games and saw that they couldn't handle certain compositions.
Why wasn't this motherfucker a goddamn captain, dude? Like, this guy clearly knows what the fuck he's talking about. And yet they're like, oh, but I don't want to play anybody other than Black Widow. Because they're going to be Spider-Man there. And I'm good at taking out Spider-Man. And I'm like, clearly you're not, because you have 5 and fucking 0. So, and I'm pretty sure anybody else could take out fucking Spider-Man. Because he's a pain in the ass. But he's not that hard to kill. But he is a pain in the ass because he swings everywhere.
He really tried to get the point across that it's not Zaza stack that he has a problem with. It's purely the character pick. Still nothing. This would all culminate in one of the most disrespectful things that were said to him by the team captain. And since she was streaming too, might as well show you her perspective while she was saying it. Watch.
We are running into Snake Aces team. I don't understand, bro. I don't get it. You're making me mad, bro. We've been playing against Snake Aces team. This is their team. The only difference is 1 support player, bro. We won. Shut up now.
We won.
This is fun.
We won. You don't hear that shit? We won. This is a scrim. We won. Fuck out of here.
Fucking getting annoying and you're making Zaza sad. Like, it's not gonna happen.
Fuck Zaza. The fuck?
So just shut.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm making you sad if I want to win $40,000. Fuck out of here. Like, you serious? You serious? The fuck out of here.
Shut up for 2 seconds and just play this goddamn scrim. Like, I don't get it, bro. Thank you. Oh my god, like, just shut up, bro. Like, we're not gonna swap.
If you're concerned about their dive, you just trade back.
What an incredible display by the team captain who's meant to keep order, who's meant to...
She's pissing me off. Because fuck, dude, I'm so angry I forgot the word. Dude, I'm making her sad. Your feelings are hurt. Oh my god. Wow. All because he's saying that you should play something other than Black Widow. Bitch, do you hear the words that are coming out of your mouth? Like, do you understand what you're saying? Clearly she doesn't, because they lost and got rid of their best player that was telling them how to actually play the game, because clearly they didn't understand how to play the game.
Understand all the perspectives in her team and find a middle ground. In her mind, she probably thought, Slay Queen, I'm being a girl boss right now. In reality, she's being a nasty bully. Not just her, though. The other two girls as well. Out of all the scrims this team ended up playing, so around 7 different games, Zaza would do well on the last one. Kingsman would carry every single game. That's not an exaggeration. He was really
probably tired.
But it just so happened that Zaza got MVP once. Here's how his team reacted. Look for...
Chat, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be fucking pissed off by the end of this goddamn video. She won once. And she's gonna talk shit like she won the entire goddamn tournament. Bro. She's gonna make me mad. I can tell. Okay, my blood's gonna start boiling right now, dude.
For yourself. I mean, this is really the last straw here.
2-2. Job. Talk shit to Kingsman now, Zaza. Another.
I don't talk shit. I just tell people to shut up when they're talking. That's all.
Oh, that was horrible.
I didn't talk shit at all. When did I talk shit?
Look at her strut down this runway. Look at her strut down this one. Shush, Kingsman, you're not allowed to talk.
You see,
Don't say anything bad. You'll get banned.
play like crap when people are, you know,
Yeah,
being a
that's
bit
really-
And she can't even formulate a sentence. Fuck this bitch!
how it goes.
That's all.
It's
It's
not the only one.
like
Yeah,
I'm playing
I'm sorry,
fine
guys.
now
I'm just
because
really,
it's been
I'm just a
couple
terrible
games since
person.
that, you know,
Just report me.
you're not a terrible person. It doesn't make you a terrible person.
I think
Fucking
everyone
ridiculous.
on this team understands.
Just be nice, like just be chill. Yeah,
Yeah, sorry,
we
I'm
get
just-
your
I'm
passion
just so
to win as
negative.
well, and like
the
I
fuck
really
outta here,
want to
bro.
win as well.
Dude, I'll be real with you. I would have left. I really would have left. As soon as that scrim was done, I would have left. I would have dropped out of the tournament, honestly. Willingly. But like... all this is on footage too. So... like... did they not understand? No, I guess they didn't understand. Because up until this point, they didn't have actions towards their they didn't have consequences toward their actions. And now they're facing them.
Intentionally throwing.
Intentionally throwing. Intentionally throwing.
Because
She's pissing me off. She's
people
pissing me
get
off.
needy.
Shut the fuck up.
But they're down to wait for us.
Whatever. I want money. I'm still gonna play. I'm really.
Bro, we already won against them. Or do you want to just like
I'll leave them
like
By this point, I really want to emphasize
Feels so
just
bad
how
for him, dude.
professional Kingsman has remained throughout this entire thing. Compared to the average person, I mean, hell, compared
It's
to
been so
me,
nice.
in his shoes, I would have already crashed out a long time ago. I mean, she was over here saying that she was throwing on purpose because he was being icky to her, and that once he finally shut up, she could perform well. We all know that's a lie. She couldn't even...
I need to stop pausing. I'm sorry. But she's throwing on purpose because he was being mean to her. Bitch, you should not be in a tournament. You should not be in a tournament if your feelings are getting hurt over that. Are you serious? It's not even, he wasn't even being mean to you. I have heard nothing but like respectful things. He's like, he's even telling you, it's like, look, just play support because that's what they're going to play. He's not even saying that you're bad he's not even saying that you're bad at Black Widow. He's saying that you just play something else because this is what the meta is. And you're like, this guy is telling me that I have to play a different character because I'm shit at it. And I'm like, he didn't even say that. They're like, no, he said that. He said that completely. And now I hate him. And now I want him gone. I'm like, fuck that bitch, dude. Fuck. Pissing me off. I'm pissing myself off.
even get one kill. So why did Kingsman actually stay and deal with this disgusting
He needed money.
disrespect, this bullying?
Unfortunately,
Well, he would
that's
explain
what it is.
himself. Eventually, the scrims would end. He'd leave to continue playing ranked,
That's
and
what
then
it
he would
is.
tell his stream straight up.
I'm just here to win the tournament, you know? I need that money. I'm fucking broke. I like money. And
Fuck yeah.
$3,000 or $40,000, which has a prize pool for first place of $3,000, is a lot of money for me. I could really use that to help pay my college.
There you go.
You know? College tuition is very expensive.
Really is.
So that's what it was. A lot of people can relate to this. College tuition is crippling debt to just about anyone in the US. And on top of that, winning $3,000 would also mean that maybe you don't have to eat cup noodles every day. When you're a full-time student who doesn't work a part-time job on the side, $3,000 can really make or break an entire year of studies. Every dollar counts, which is why he was willing to deal with this blatant disrespect, all for the sake of maybe paying off some of his college loans. Unfortunately, though, even after dealing with so much disrespect,
he was just a college student, dude.
Bullying, it would all prove to be for nothing because he wouldn't even get an opportunity to participate in the tournament. Shortly after telling his chat why winning is such a big...
Bro, he didn't even get to play in the tournament? I thought he played in the tournament and then they kicked him out afterwards and replaced him with somebody else. He didn't even get to play the tournament. What do you mean he didn't get to play the tournament?
Deal for him, he'd go AFK for a few minutes, come back, and announce something so ridiculous that it would make anyone's blood boil.
Well, I was just kicked out of the tournament. Well, unfortunate. Yep, I know. I've been messaging Basim for the past, like, 20 minutes, and there's nothing to do. I just gotta get removed, I guess. Wow. What a joke, bro. I mean, like, that's just insane. I can't. Unreal, bro, unreal. That's crazy, bro. That's fucking crazy. Wow. Wow.
This entire tournament is a joke. This entire tournament is a joke. Those 3 girls are a joke. That Basim dude, fuck that guy. Fucking simp.
As you can see, his chat was absolutely shocked. Anyone with a brain cell would be shocked. And Kingsman was speechless. Kicked for what? Enduring bullying? Wanting your team to win? Giving advice from your own experience playing in the highest ranks? And to top it all off, the reason for him being kicked wasn't specified to the public. The tournament organizer, Basim ZB, would give a very vague answer when asked why he was kicked. And he made it sound like something that was completely unforgivable. This didn't help at all because it only fueled rumors and theories that were way worse than what actually occurred. See for yourself.
I made. This is my decision. He was kicked out was, you know, for violating rules. All right, I'm gonna just say that because I mean I'm keeping it as respectful as possible. All right, I'm a tournament host. There is a level of creator.
No, you're a tournament host, and you didn't see any of the fucking bullying that was happening to him. You're a disgrace. Get the fuck out of my face.
Respect, and this is not. I'm saying like somebody calls somebody a poopy head, they don't get kicked out of the tournament. There's reasons for this, okay?
Nah, I'll call you a poopy head. I'll call you something way worse than a poopy head. You bald ass headed motherfucker.
And it's not just a one-time thing because I understand warning is not an option. No, because if there's warnings, everybody's going to get warnings. There's a
why did he get a warning?
Policy. He wants to play and he wants to win and he wants a lot of people to switch.
Wait, he said that there was warnings. How come he didn't get a warning? Why didn't he get a warning? He was just immediately kicked. Like, right? Why was he kicked? He didn't even get a warning. You said that there was warnings, right? Hold on. We're going to go back. Hold on.
Tolerance policy.
Everybody's going to get a warning. So there's a zero tolerance policy. So why didn't he get a warning? Why was he immediately kicked? This guy's full of shit. Just like that ugly ass beard.
He wants to play and he wants to win and he wants a lot of people to switch to different team comps. I understand he wants to win. I get it. You cannot avoid the fact.
I don't think he gets it. I don't think he gets it.
Fact was very toxic. There's a lot of different things. All right. I understand. I was a college student once too, bro. I get it. I got no.
You're a loser. You're a loser. That's coming from me. You're a loser.
No personal beef with Kingsman. I got no beef with Kingsman. I got
it sounds like you do.
I got no beef with Kingsman, but at the same time, what he did was unforgivable. What he did has a zero tolerance policy. He doesn't even deserve a warning, just an immediate kick. That's just how bad it is. Look, it was obvious he was trying to quell down the flames, but this did nothing but put fuel on it. It was handled horribly. Not to mention that as time went by, CC would continue to talk shit behind Kingsman's back.
I hope to God he never gets another sponsor.
CC saying I was shit talking the tourney and my members, and all I gotta say is
because Bassam ultimately just didn't fuck with his disrespect. Learn how to type, dumbass.
CC.
You know what? Let's read this. You know what? Let us read this bullshit that she said. CC, but he talks shit about the tourney and the draft. I think that's a solid take, to be honest. Who the fuck is this guy? And as the TO, now is Moxie better than Kingsman? He wasn't about it. He wasn't about to take it.
Saying I was shit talking the tourney and my members, and all I gotta say,
because Bassam ultimately just didn't fuck with his disrespect. No, I'm all for, you know, typing however you want to type. But this is fucking stupid. Just didn't fuck with his disrespect. I know this is reaching for straws at just like telling this bitch to go fuck herself. But like, you know, just a girly pop.
Say is I tried to be so polite the whole tournament, and I literally have been so respectful of Basm. I ranked up, let's go. I've been promoting this tournament for weeks, and obviously, maybe there was a joke in passing. I mean, like 5 minutes ago, Tato, I literally heard you say this tournament's gonna be dog shit, bro. Like, because there's no bans. Obviously, there's jokes in passing, but all I'm gonna say is one of my viewers showed me.
You gotta realize CC had a one-on-one with Bassam for an urgent matter after scrim sometime before you got kicked as well, by the way. This motherfucker thought he was gonna hit. What a loser.
That
probably not even that.
Before I got
but
kicked,
still.
CC said she had to go do something real quick.
So this was Kingsman talking to another streamer.
I gotta say though, that fucking Venom costume, pretty sick.
About his kick, arguing that there was nothing he said that was worse than what others have been saying throughout the tournament. Also showcasing to us that CC has been talking shit behind his back even after he was kicked, adding that she might have had something to do with this kick because she went AFK on her stream to talk to Bassam on a phone call. And finally, Kingsman went as far as having to explain to people that he was not a misogynist.
Oh, that's right. They fucking called him a misogynist. They literally called him a misogynist and a woman hater. I was like, what the fuck? And I think, it was a clip from, I heard it on Miss Doki Bird's channel that she knew the player that had replaced Kingsman. And they didn't tell him anything. They did not tell him nothing about what happened. They just said that they kicked him out because it was that he hated women. And they're like, oh shit. And then he told Doki Bird, and she was like, oh shit. And like, well, all right, whatever. Shouldn't have hated women. And then later on, she was like, and then later on, they found out more shit, and they're like, so they just lied to us. And like, it was actually them that were being fucking assholes and not Kingsman. I heard this on fucking, I heard like a good point because she knew, she knows one of the people. So she got everything firsthand as soon as it was happening. I'm like, I couldn't imagine like having all that information. I'm like, wow, holy shit. All that tea being spilled. But let's see what they're saying. It's okay, Zaza, we love you. How much does that Kingsman guy average in views? 10? They're like, girl, I just have one thing to say. His chat is so fucking horrible. So much misogynistic. But they clearly feel comfortable talking like that in his chat. That's obviously how Kingsman acts and runs shit. Never once has he told his chat to stop. He's truly a piece of shit. I recommend just not even replying to people who mention him. Just ignore them. These people don't know Zaza. They don't know how truly good she is. She sucks dick. They they just be like, oh, typical women going negative. She really boils my blood. You're really boiling my blood, Casca. And your name, you had your name as a girl that fucking is the best character, one of the best characters in Berserk. Are you serious? Get out of here. Don't you disrespect Casca like that.
Misogynist. Zaza Stack would complain to her Discord about how toxic he was to her, and someone would just randomly say that Kingsman's chat was misogynistic. That they were a reflection of his misogyny. That him asking Zaza, someone who can't even get one kill in an entire game, to switch to another hero was him being misogynistic. And since Basim ZB, the organizer of the tournament, refused to elaborate on why he was kicked, these rumors were running wild. It was so unfortunate. I mean, the guy did nothing wrong. His name was being ran through the mud. This is why after being kicked, he would decide to make a 1 hour, 16-minute video titled, I was kicked from a $40,000 tournament.
Yeah, but I should have watched that one too.
January 18th, and it would quickly go mega viral, being spread everywhere on social media. All the clips that we watched so far were from his video. But what's really sad here isn't just how he was disrespected by these people he had just met recently. It's also the fact that someone he considered a friend, Luciaza, someone he was excited to play with, also talked shit behind his back.
That was his friend? Luciaza talk about Kingsman like this when he was so hyped when she got picked on the same team as him, knowing he got someone he was cool with. What a dirty bitch. You just gonna backstab your friend like that? Who the fuck just does that? For real? I know I'm throwing bitch and like, I know I'm throwing bitch around like wildly, but like, these are kind of bitches. Like, some fucking assholes. Because this guy did not deserve that. And one of them was his friend. Someone he like was cool. Like you said, he was cool with him. And now they're like, they switched up on him. For what? Because two other girls said so? Two, like, for what? The fucking, the tournament you're clearly gonna fucking lose? Like,
I mean, this is what he had to say when he found out he was.
I have no respect to people that betray their friends.
Yes, it's winnable. Wait, that's actually fire. This is winnable. We win this. This is actually doable. Me and Lucy are on the same team. $40,000 tournament. There's no way she's gonna throw. So that means we're gonna actually win. That's actually cool. Okay. Cece's got a.
And then she ended up throwing.
A good draft. Oh, he picked me up.
She was there during the scrims, by the way. She had nothing to say to defend him. In fact, she decided to side with CC and Zaza Stack.
But
and here's what she would say behind his back on her own stream.
All right, let's see this.
I need this for my college.
I thought CC said this. You're telling me that his friend, his ex-friend, who he was really cool with, said, I'm a broke college student, making fun of him for wanting money for college. Take off the lipstick, bitch. You have too much on.
I have about 6 or 7 more years.
Yeah.
This bitch did not just do a 6-7 joke. She need to wipe off that fucking lipstick, dog. She put too much on there.
We were dealing with some of the most vile, disgusting bullies you can imagine. People who had no empathy, no understanding, and no respect. Not just because Kingsman was a top 1 player, but because he was a human being, another person. But regardless, the tournament would still go on. Cece would be asked on stream why Kingsman was kicked, and she would again run his name through the mud with Luciasa in front of her viewers. Watch.
What happened with Kingsman getting kicked?
So like Boston pulled me aside and was just like, A lot of people were coming to him, like chatted.
So what? He was trying to be a white knight, a knight in shining armor,
and stuff. We're showing him clips of him like saying disrespectful things about the tournament, like us as a team, and like saying
because y'all were dog shit. Like he already knew they were gonna fucking lose because they didn't even want to listen to him when he was giving them good advice.
we were gonna lose and all that stuff, and like Boston was just not having it, and so he asked me, and I was just like, it's kind of just like, if you think so.
If you think
but,
so.
Apparently he was like muting in like while we were in Discord and saying like, oh yeah, we're gonna lose, and these guys
because you were.
And then he was talking about like how some other tournament he's in was like way better. And
I did not hear anything about him being in another tournament that was better. If he is, good, because this tournament sucked dick. I'm pretty sure. I
think Bassam was just not taking that disrespect, and low-key, like, I didn't want that disrespect either.
Well, Bassam can suck a dick.
I didn't want someone on the team that was just constantly going to, like, shit talk us to his chat. So I was just...
This whole video is just me talking shit to them. I'm sorry. Man, I'm so sorry. But, like, people like this enrage me, dude. It's, like... Because I grew up bullied as hell my entire life until up until recently. Like all through elementary, middle school, high school, all of it. Up until recently, I was bullied relentlessly. So seeing this and seeing like, because I know how to spot motherfuckers that are like bullies and shit. The way she talks, the way she acts, the way she is. Yeah. And she could put on a sweet, nice personality and not have to be girly. It has to be girly pop. Yeah, I met girls like her. I met girls like her. She's a terrible human being. And those girls were terrible human beings. The only difference is they peaked in high school. This was like her, I guess you could say it's her peak. Because, well, she got cancer. Ain't so girly pop now, are you?
It's like, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Is that how you use that? I don't know.
Yeah,
but
that was like mad disrespectful.
Oh, shut up, Zaza.
Yeah,
or Lucia.
Dude, how dare he do you the courtesy of muting himself when he's
not Lucia. Lucia's a great person. This bitch named Lucy. Luciasa. Fuck that bitch. Not Lucia. Lucia's great.
About to lash out, staying respectful with you even after you told him multiple times to shut the fuck up in front of a live audience. Let's also not ignore the fact that when Basim told her he was intending to kick him, she had zero protest. I mean, seriously, with teammates like this, who needs enemies? Now, in the timeline of these events, the video had gotten tens of thousands of views and then hundreds of thousands before reaching 1 million. The Marvel Rivals community was outraged at this behavior, and it was starting to reach the mainstream. It was clear, Cece wasn't acting like this for the first time in her life. She's someone who is generally vile, who bullies people all the time, and this was her first time being caught, the first time facing consequences. So
what'd I tell you? What'd I tell you? They could act sweet. They could act nice. They could act like a whole different person. But deep down, sometimes, just, you could definitely tell by the way they talk and the way that they act, something feels amiss. I'll tell you straight up, I'm an asshole. Straight up. Clearly, as you've seen through this hour and 13-minute video of me just talking shit about these 3 people and Basim. But, yeah.
In the face of these consequences, she decides to make her own response to Kingsman.
And I'll let you know I'm an asshole.
The result? One of the worst disliked videos in YouTube's history.
57,000.
Barely 24 hours after Kingsman's video got uploaded, Cece would upload her own video.
Did you know? I'm sorry I keep pausing it. Did you know that she put a filter on her voice and made her voice a higher pitch to sound more innocent? I learned that on fucking on Terrorizer and Nogla or TNN. Insane, because they looked at it and they heard this like, oh, why she get a higher pitched voice, and they went back to another video that she did, and she was like, hey guys. She's like, hey guys. Like, and they fucking caught her red-handed. I think Annie Pants? Oh, I think Annie Pants actually caught them red-handed too with the Google Docu that they did. And she was fucking caught as they were fucking writing the shit. It was fucking hilarious, dude. Dude, I think I was actually there for that stream.
Titled The Truth Behind the $40,000 Tournament. It's currently sitting at 1,200 likes and 60,000 dislikes.
That's fucking insane. Dude, oh my god. I don't know any other fucking... No, there's gotta be a lot of videos that are like... that have this many dislikes. But in the span of like a day...
60,000 comments. And as you can guess, the majority of them are not on her side.
TLDR.
Now, one of the first things that Cece addresses here was why and how Kingsman got kicked. She'd argued that this wasn't about what Kingsman was saying. This was about how he said it, how it was affecting team performance, how it was bringing down their mental. She'd then talk about her phone call with the tournament organizer. According to her, Basim ZB would message her to talk. He'd say that he just so happened to have come across a bunch of clips and messages from Kingsman, which made him want to kick him. Cece would then go ahead and not object, but does admit that looking back, maybe a warning would have been enough. Now, I really want you to listen to this part in particular. This is her arguing in Zaza's favor. Look at this argument she's making here as to why Zaza sucked so much. Watch.
I want you guys to understand, she was going to go 0-5 no matter what she played. Why? Because Kingsman was breathing down her neck, in her ear, for the last 30 minutes.
Because he wanted to win. Don't you want to win too? Clearly he didn't. She was going to go 0-5 no matter what character she played. I'm like, then why the fuck was she in the tournament? Like, why was she in the tournament if she was going to go 0-5 with any character she played? Like, I don't know. To me, I would have just kicked Zaza. If I was Basim, you know, if I was a competent person with common sense, I would have fucking got rid of Zaza because she clearly can't fucking play for shit. And I would have got somebody else. Or I would have got the guy that replaced Kingsman to replace Zaza.
She wasn't focused. She wasn't locked in. She wasn't going to play well no matter what she played.
Oh no.
So you guys are like, that was her game. That was her game to show off. That was her chance to prove that it worked. No, it wasn't.
Yes.
Because during that time, Kingsman was still down her ear. We finished that map and we go into the next game and we're still arguing about it. At that point, I have to put my foot down as a captain. And yes, I told him to STFU. But you have to understand, this is after an hour of dragging the...
No, why'd you say it with your chest? Say it with your chest. You told him to shut the fuck up. Say it with your chest, bitch. Fucking... You don't want to say it now. You don't want to say it now, do you? Because you know you're wrong. You know you fucked up. And you're doing everything in your fucking power to unfuck it. It's not gonna work. Clearly it didn't. So, yeah.
This conversation on an hour of me asking him to drop this topic, an hour of just continuous arguing in the team. Yes, I finally told him to STFU.
Say it with your chest. Don't be a bitch. Say it with your chest.
This is why I took the time at the beginning of this video to show you these clips. From her perspective, she's making him seem to be someone unreasonable, someone who can't shut up. In reality though, the only thing he wanted was some sort of a compromise. In between those clips of him talking were way longer play sessions with him not even breaching the topic. Zaza still could not hit a single enemy. Again, dude, getting a kill in this game is the easiest thing you can do. You just have to assist. But guys, she had to put her foot down. She had to tell him to shut the fuck up in front of the teammates and the viewers watching, disrespecting him in front of thousands of people. And by the way, if you're confused about her voice because she doesn't usually sound like this, yeah, we'll get to that. Don't worry. She's making this voice on purpose to appear more innocent.
See?
Next
I told
up,
you.
Of course, I'm sure you've seen some memes about the vibes. She'd make this
Oh
argument.
no, the vibes clip.
Herself.
From day one, I told Kingsman, rule number 1, don't tilt my team, and rule number 2, don't bring the vibes down on the
Did she wait? What'd she say? Don't tilt my team.
day one. I told Kingsman, rule number 1, don't tilt my team.
She didn't even put the right fucking like subtitles. She said tilt, not tell. Fucking stupid. Dude, like, don't tilt my team. Rule number 2.
And rule number 2, don't bring the vibes down on the
Get the fuck out of here. Are you serious? Fucking, I had 2 rules on my team. Don't tilt it. And don't bring the vibes down, dog. Don't bring the vibes down. We need the vibes up and up because that's all that matters. Like, no. Fucking, what matters is I want to fucking win. And I want that $40,000.
team because we're going to lose. A lot of you guys are underestimating how important vibes are in a team scenario.
Oh my god.
At the highest
Shut
level
up,
of
bitch.
competitive esports, tier 1 esports, you will get booted from a team. Highest level
What'd you say? What'd you say? Wait.
Estimating how important vibes are in a team scenario. At the highest level of competitive esports, tier 1 esports, you will get booted from a team simply because your team doesn't like you.
You brought down the vibes, dude. Sorry you can't play in the tournament. Fuck out of here.
Even if you're performing, even if you're doing well, if the
They don't give a fuck. If they're performing well, they're gonna stay on the team. Like, it doesn't, like, look, maybe, yeah, the vibes gotta be in there, but, like, maybe I have to be, like, synergy? Did she take that from fucking Dispatch? She took that from Dispatch. This bitch. It's fucking stupid. But fucking, oh, we're gonna kick him out even if he's like our best player. Like, what? What dumbass would actually do that other than Basim and you? They're like, all right, dude, we're gonna have to have a talk. They would literally have a talk with you and maybe give you like a warning, most likely. But if you're a good player, they won't give a fuck.
team synergy isn't there, you're not coming back for another season.
Bro, how dare you ruin the vibes? How dare you? How dare you as a #1 player give our team free advice to win $40,000 and ruin the vibes?
Ruin the
An entire
vibes.
segment called accountability, but throughout this whole video,
Accountability?
she never once apologized to him. In fact, during the scrims, she called him a loser as she was muted, right? And bear in mind,
Oh,
she
right.
blamed him for muting and saying they were going to lose. Watch.
Character? No,
Populo,
everyone thinks this
just
guy's
die
a
for an
loser.
exploder
Kingdom's a
like a
loser.
bug. That's just what happens.
That's such a good point. You're so right about that. And we're still gonna play Widow.
Now look, I don't know what you think.
Nasty bitch. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Nasty bitch. Did y'all say hear her voice? Told you.
Think about this, but in my opinion, this is the exact toxicity that Kingsman was blamed for and kicked.
Bitch thinks she's in Mean Girls. Like, honestly, she thinks she's in Mean Girls. Mean Girls in high school. Dude. What the fuck is this bullshit?
Without warning for. So as I said, CC had a whole section called accountability. She also had a section called loser, which was way longer. Did she apologize to him for this absolutely blatant toxicity? Well, as you might have guessed, no. If anything,
Yeah, I kinda guessed
she
it.
doubled down on it. Watch.
Yes, I did read out the chat. Because when I'm looking to my right, I'm reading chat that called him a loser. And then I repeated it. I
Why?
shouldn't have read out that chat because it was disrespectful. That's very hypocritical of me to say that about Kingsman and then say that aloud. That's on me. But I will double down and say replace the term loser with being disrespectful. With asshole or rude.
That's the same shit. That's even worse, actually. You call him an asshole. Like, what? What are we doing here?
And that's my point. I don't think Kingsman's a loser. I think he's a good player who just wants to win. I think I said that because Kingsman was being a loser.
What? I don't think Kingsman is a loser. Okay.
He's a good player who just wants to win. I think I said that
I don't think Kingsman is a loser, but I think Kingsman's a loser. Are you fucking stupid? Like, did she not listen to this video? Did her editor, like clearly she got a fucking editor because she can't do any of the simplest things in the goddamn world. Did her editor just not like tell her, hey, you sound really dumb? I don't think Kingsman's a loser. But I think I said it because I think Kingsman's a loser. Like, the audacity of this. I'm sorry, I need to censor. I need to censor that. But the audacity.
Because Kingsman was being a loser. You just criticized and demoralized my teammate for an hour.
Because she was ass.
Ignoring our mentions to stop. Like, that's loser behavior.
So she literally just does not. I don't think.
You're being a loser for that. And I'm going to say it again. If you make someone sad for an hour, despite people telling you to stop, that's being a loser.
If it's somebody that's giving you advice, actually good advice, and you get sad over that advice, clearly means that you need to take that advice. And it's something that you didn't want to hear, but you needed to hear. And clearly, she did not like that. And so she took it as insults. So, like, oh, my friend was being bullied for an hour. Didn't you just, like, bully this guy for, like, 3 days straight? Like, did you not just bully this guy for like 3 days and just say, fuck it, might as well kick him out? Like, after calling him a loser, saying that you didn't think he was a loser, and then called him a loser 3 times, and then saying that he was being a loser for making your friends sad. Like, can she not take constructive criticism? Because that's what it was. That was constructive criticism. And clearly she cannot take it. So, why the fuck was she in this tournament if she couldn't take constructive criticism? And why the fuck are you defending her? Is because she's your friend? Like, all right, cool, she's your friend, but like sometimes you even gotta realize that your friend could also be wrong, and so you gotta tell them, they're like, hey, maybe you should listen to them, and stop this and that or whatever. But like, they just, all right.
And none of you guys in the chats could even you guys were trying to justify that.
Because he was right.
There's no justification for being an asshole. That's just what that was. So
yeah, I know. This gaslighting is insane. Yeah, well, it gets worse because now she's saying it wasn't a personal attack. That was
a personal attack.
Please explain to me what it is when I call someone a loser.
it wasn't a personal attack on Kingsman. If Kingsman brought up the Bass and be like, yo, this was a personal attack on me, I would have argued. I was like, no, that's not a personal attack. That's just facts.
Of course you would have argued because you're a gaslighting, manipulative bully. I mean, how can you sit here, record this, and publish this saying, oh, yeah.
I mean, everybody called her a whore, so Yeah.
Yeah, you know, calling him a loser, you know, replace that term with something else and then continue and say, actually, you know what? No. If you bully someone for an hour, you are a loser.
All right. If you bully for someone for an, if you're an actual bully and you're actually saying hurtful things, actual hurtful things, yes, you're a loser. He wasn't saying any of that shit. He wasn't being hurtful. He wasn't being disrespectful. He was literally telling you how to play the game because they need to win this tournament. If you can't understand that, there's no hope for you.
What the fuck am I watching?
Right?
I'm sure you're not surprised by now why this video got so many dislikes and so many negative comments. The bully got caught for the first time maybe in her life, faced consequences for the first time, tried to use the same tactics she always used, but this time
I'm just
it
a
failed
girl.
horrendously.
No, I'm joking.
But before we move on from this video, I want to mention something that not many are mentioning at all actually. At the end of her video, she would have a clip of around 1.5 minutes. In which Entei, a Marvel Rivals drama-centered TikTok content creator, would talk to Kingsman on stream shortly after he was kicked from the tournament.
Oh.
This guy wouldn't really be on Kingsman's side. He'd tell him that he was overstepping, that he was being extra. One could even say that he was siding with CC and Zaza as well as Luciasa. This is why CC felt so compelled to include it at the end of her video, titling this segment, Entei Preach.
Literally one of the only people that defended CC. If there's actually people that defended CC, fuck you.
Just like everything we've watched so far, it's painful, but necessary. Watch.
Kingsman, what I'm trying to get you to understand,
Even
though,
in these
is that,
scenarios,
listen,
I am not.
listen. You listen. It's
You
not just,
listen.
it's
No,
not
shut the
just
fuck up.
Zaza that you're affecting in this. It's also affecting CC and your entire team synergy because you're complaining about a comp that
Yeah,
they
but we
clearly
were
don't want to run.
synergized. We still
Okay,
synergized.
fine.
We had a game.
Then you drop it. Then you drop
Exactly.
it. Then you drop it.
Exactly.
Bro.
I didn't.
She ain't gotta let you hit, little bro. She ain't gotta let you hit. She ain't gonna let you hit. Say that right now.
Say anything on the last game. I didn't even say anything.
But
I
you
just
did.
left the tournament. I played
Dude,
ranked.
You said enough, bro. Dog, listen,
Clearly
I'm trying to help you. You did say a lot, man. You said a lot. And like I said, I'm gonna be there for you because
No,
you
you're
getting
not.
kicked out the tournament is stupid. I get it. But you were overstepping.
So he was overstepping by telling him how to actually play the fucking game. That she should play something other than the dog shit Black Widow character. And actually play like she wants to be in a tournament. Like, Dude, I swear to God.
You were overstepping the entire time.
Overstepping.
So you can't get mad when
Kiss
all
my
the overstepping
ass.
that you have done for the past several days.
Several days, brother.
Results in
We've had
consequence, bro.
one day of scrims after a draft.
Yeah, it really seemed like the entire world was against Kingsman. I mean, if
Wait, that was only 1 day? I thought it was 3 days. So they did all of this in fucking 1 day and kicked him out the same... Did they kick him out the same day? Like, what are we doing here? Like, maybe, I don't know. What are we doing here? Like,
if I was in his shoes, I would have gone mad. Like, am I really that crazy? Am I really that insane with everyone telling me I'm a terrible person? Kingsman would then go ahead and ask Entei not to make a drama TikTok about this
and then he made one.
until he can release his video. He respected that wish. So after Kingsman's video dropped, Entei would drop his own video on his TikTok. And again, even though he was kind of giving the impression that he was Kingsman's friend, it was very obvious that he was taking the side of Cici, Zaza, and Luciana. I mean, look at the things he was saying.
They ain't
here.
gonna
Some
let you hit,
very
dog.
weird takes, like this one. Watch.
The event itself skyrocketed Rivals to the front page at Twitch, and they had over 100,000 viewers combined, I believe. Mind you, most of the guys that are in this tournament are partnered on Twitch. If you ran ads during this event, you got bank. I will say, Kingsman played
No
his cards
shit.
correctly. Paint yourself as the victim in the situation. You got kicked from a
Paint himself as a victim. Brother was a victim. What is this high school mentality? The fuck? No, like I
$40,000 tournament, even though you were guaranteed to get paid anyway. Make yourself look like the victim. The rest of your teammates were bullying you, and I would believe that if I didn't have the full context.
Yeah, man, he played his card.
If I didn't have the full context, motherfucker. Bro has an hour-long fucking video of clips, I'm pretty sure, of him getting bullied. You have one 30-minute clip. Not even, I bet. Probably like 2 of you talking shit. Like, I don't even know what to say. Oh, look, one of the comments is saying, like, you're being so disingenuous. He showed a game where she MVP'd, and then the team decided to instigate. There you go. And then their whole fucking, like, the whole thing is literally just them bullying Kingsman. And then this guy decided he wanted to be a white knight, or a knight in shining armor, and fucking defend the maidens. Even though the maidens didn't want, like, the maidens weren't gonna do anything. The maidens have been caught. They're not even maidens. They're bitches.
Cards right, making himself look like the victim. Yeah, this 20-year-old broke college student who just wanted to win some money in a tournament and wanted to do his best definitely is a master manipulator. What a great take. It gets better.
Kingsman, he played it smart. He only showed the game where Zaza did bad. One.
Ain't no way he fucking did that stupid ass hand thing. And like, you imbuing my power. I have the receipt. Or ever. How did Papa Me do it? Oh, so you dare question me? Or how? I want to. It's in a video I watched, but like literally, it's that stupid hand motion where like it's Syndrome, but it's like the Redditor dude. That's what he reminds me of. The Redditor guy. And like, I can't even do the voice because it's just so like it's so good, but it reminds me of that.
Game where Zaza went 0-5, and that was after 2 hours and several days of internet banter and Kingsman talking her character.
Several days. That was
one.
By
character, I mean the Widow character. Stop it. What Kingsman didn't show in his video were the matches that Zaza full carried the entire team. There were a lot of things.
Wait.
Didn't show in his video were the matches.
This motherfucker's blind as shit. No wonder he needed them glasses. It literally says Zaza 19 and 14. Guess what Kingsman says? 22 and 10. What the fuck is he talking about?
That Zaza full carried the entire team. There were a lot of things omitted from Kingsman's video, funnily enough, including dialogue between me and him at the end, where I talked about the cutthroat of business. But
yeah, I don't think bro even watched Kingsman's video because at the end you can clearly see Zaza performed very well and Kingsman said absolutely nothing because she performed well. He didn't tell her to switch or play someone else. What did he get in return? The entire team bullying him. He would then flex about how he called him later and told him about how this is a cutthroat business, acting like some sort of sage that he should listen to. You know what? I'm glad he didn't listen to him and made his own video. Zaza never carried, even in the game where she performed well. Without Kingsman, they wouldn't have won a single game. His comments all call him out, calling his takes very delusional.
Good. I would not be defending anyone. Proceeds to say Kingsman is pretending to be a victim. Yep. This guy... Now, this is a loser. I'll tell you that much.
One-sided, and it really emphasized how alone Kingsman was here. How everyone
I
he knew
feel
in this
real
community
bad
involved
for
in this
Kingsman.
tournament was just not taking his side. They were all against him, all for clout and superficial business relationships. So
It's
no
a
wonder
cutthroat
the entire
business.
Marvel Rivals community backed.
It's a cutthroat business. Yeah. You don't want to imbue my power. There you go. That's the voice. Oh my god. I'm sorry I failed to realize that I need to take proper accountability on here as well. Many of you saw my replies and they were defensive, deflecting, and argumentative. I was busy fighting to defend myself, and I've deleted them now because I realized that you guys really blink. Even after the initial situation calmed down, CC continued to bully Kingsman and speak ill of him across social media. CC has a history of attacking other players and talking trash, so she got community noted to all hell.
Kingsman up. The consequences were almost
5 million
instant.
views.
We'd have many viral Twitter threads siding with him and asking themselves how this stupid drama could have gotten this bad. Saying things like, the Kingsman drama is so stupid because in what world do you think he's in the wrong? He's got a teammate acting toxic on Black Widow going 6'8" on 200 ping for $40,000. On top of that, he's genuinely making good suggestions and they just tell him to shut the fuck up. Y'all got that? Kingsman really better than me because looking at the screen would have driven me to insanity. And here they're showing the fact that Zaza's stack is almost 200 ping. She's also lower ranked than everyone else on the team. All of a sudden, these uncomfortable moments during the scrims were getting picked up by bigger accounts. Everyone was being made aware of how toxic this truly was towards him. And I mean, it doesn't take a genius. You don't have to watch the whole video. Just one clip is enough to understand how disrespectful the dynamics were towards him. Additionally, CC was being completely called out because it seemed like she was faking her voice on purpose to appear more innocent and soft, when in reality she sounded completely different on her stream. Here's a comparison. Watch for yourself.
I like a challenge. I like a challenge.
I'm addressing any allegations or anything that's not true, as well
Funny,
as I
right?
included a clip that Kingsman left out in his conversation with Entei.
Hey man, what are we doing here? Is this a catfish?
Not real shit, dude.
What the hell is this? Did she really think people would empathize with her more if she sounded cuter?
Yes, she really believed that. Because people like cute things, and she thought that she could fucking dunk on that shit. She could she could bankroll on that. Clearly did not work because, 60,000 dislikes.
The only person who would have liked this is Lakari.
Oh,
it was so pathetic.
Fucking Lakari, dude. That's an insane drama.
Pathetic. But speaking of pathetic, there was still a very big question mark about how Bassem ZB got a hold of these incriminating clips of Kingsman. Where did they come from? Who was the mastermind behind Kingsman being unrightfully kicked? Well, I'm sure it would come as no surprise, but it was none other than Zaza Stack's boyfriend.
What a fucking loser, dude.
He would admit this himself barely a day after Kingsman's video would drop, posting a Google Doc explaining the
This is the one that Annie Pants saw. Oh.
Situation from his perspective. His intention, of course, was to minimize the massive wave of hate hitting his girlfriend Zaza Stack, Cece, and eventually Luciaza. Instead, though, he would do the opposite, amplifying this hate by 1000% and getting caught in the crossfire as well. So this document is 12 pages, and as someone who's had experience reading many of these throughout my YouTube career, I can tell you right now, it was hastily written. There are a lot of grammatical errors, structure that doesn't make much sense, and arguments that are really reaching to the point of delusion. In fact, throughout multiple times in this document, Kaplunk would admit that he's barely slept since the controversy first appeared after Kingsman's video. Here's how it started off. Hello again, I'm Kaplunk or Sam. I'm Zaza's boyfriend and currently living with her. I'm involved in the Marvel Rivals community. Seeing the earthquake this has caused, I'm going to explain my part in the Kingsman situation and the catalyst for him being removed from the tournament. I needed to take accountability for what I essentially started because the hate it has caused all involved is eating me away. In Australia, it's the night before the tournament. Yes, the tournament hadn't even begun by this point, by the way. Like all the games that were played so far were scrims. Zaza's comments are full of hate and threats, and this has blown up massively for something she had nothing to do with. After seeing how this is
Keep telling yourself that, bud.
Affecting Zaza, I have decided to explain to the greater community why what happened happened. After the first day of scrims, I spoke to Zaza about Kingsman's comments, and she was hurt but didn't want to cause any drama. She felt she did well though in the first scrims to be given a chance. But during the second day of scrims and hearing Kingsman go on and on, I hit boiling point and went behind Zaza's back to send clips of Kingsman to
You hurt my princess. Now I must get revenge.
Bassem's team. I'm going to explain why I did this with as many clips I could scramble together in 6 hours. It's currently 1 hour away before the tourneys start. So look, already from the first page, he's making it clear he's fully responsible for what happened. Zaza had no idea. Keep this in mind for later. Then come the clips. Now bear in mind, by the time I was recording this, Kaplunk already privated his Twitter, deleted the doc, and privated the YouTube channel where these clips were uploaded.
No.
Right? The only reason I have this right now is because I made a copy knowing that this guy probably doesn't have much of a spine.
He doesn't have
really
a balls
problem,
to do any of this
because
shit.
Most of these arguments that he's making made zero sense. Kaplunk was trying his best to paint Kingsman as someone who was unreasonable, someone who didn't even attempt to give his girlfriend a chance even though she somehow deserved it. Like look, here he would say, the draft went well, and me and Zaza went to CC's stream where she was talking to Kingsman in her team chat. Immediately, Kingsman was questioning the Zaza pick before even knowing who she was. This is his first reaction when CC mentioned Zaza from the get-go. Kingsman was complaining about CC's choice to pick a 190 ping Widow OTP, which stands for One Trick Pony. What's really funny here though is that you don't even have to watch this clip. A 190
she is a one-trick pony though.
OTP is enough to trigger anyone who has common sense in this game. This was very reasonable to ask.
Yeah.
Kaplunk would then say, he then brought up the money and what it meant to him to win the tournament, where CC made it known that she wasn't too focused on the money part of the tournament. This should have set Kingsman's expectations on his team's mindset. Whoa, that's a very bold thing to say. What, did CC tell him that she didn't care about the money from the first day? Let's watch the clip together, shall we? The VTuber Annie Pants had reacted to this document.
Oh my god, Annie Pants. Oh shit.
As soon as it dropped, so much of the clips were archived on her VOD. Here's this clip in question, titled Price Pool Conversation.
Oh shit.
Watch.
If it's a draft like this, I just wish the prize pool was more like split evenly, so people could just have fun and not.
Bro, you get money for just showing up, dude. What do you mean?
Barely.
Yeah, but you get money. That's like 20 bucks. You know what I mean? Wait, 1,000?
First place. Yes, like no, between the teams.
Yeah, so it's like
split 1,006, and then for first place, it's $18,000.
Yeah, yeah, big money.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like these tournaments where people just want to have fun, like.
What was the point of this clip? Like, why was this? How is this a prize pool? They're just here talking about money and how it would have been nice for it to be more. As a broke college student, Kingsman was saying, dude, you get money for showing up. I'm happy with anything. I'm just happy to be in this tournament, but of course I want to give it my best shot. This was one of the first clips that were included in this document, and all it did was show us that Kaplunk was brain dead. He then goes on to show us more clips of Kingsman being concerned about the fact that someone who plays a sniper has 200 ping. Kaplunk was very pissed about this because he'd say, keep in mind he hasn't seen Zaza play yet or interacted with her at all at this point. As if that's necessary to be worried about 200 ping playing a character that no one plays in the pro scene. Kaplunk even includes a moment in which Kingsman's chat was telling him that Zaza was pissed about his comments towards her. Kingsman would then attempt to talk to Zaza in VC to clear it up. Zaza would instead respond in chat. If anything, this just shows that Kingsman was trying his best to be on good terms with his teammates and was just worried about the ping. This document that starts showing us clips that were in Kingsman's video, where he was very reasonably telling them, hey guys, maybe we should switch. Maybe we're gonna get completely owned if we continue like this.
Yeah.
Kaplunk would then show us games from the scrims where his girlfriend did well. And then would say, I would like to comment on Kingsman continuing to play magic here into Eshiko's penny. He made it work despite being countered, but made it work. A luxury he does not give Zaza. Yeah, buddy, because he's...
Yeah, because he's the #1 fucking player. And Zaza, never heard of her until now, is dog shit at Widow. But, you know, I say that, and I fucking meant it.
#1 ranked magic on the entire planet. Zaza is diamond. She's not even grandmaster. He then says, I will also note, Kingsman's chat, including a mod, attempts to blame Zaza's Widow throughout the entire scrim despite her doing well and the enemy team glazing her. This was getting pathetic. The guy was nitpicking the tiniest things, and it still wasn't convincing anyone that he was in the right here. He then goes ahead and shows us many clips we already watched of Kingsman trying his best to make his team understand, guys, we can't keep going like this. We're going to get pummeled in the tournament. As we saw earlier, Zaza would of course argue that she's not going to play anyone else but Widow. They win the first game and she got 2 kills, okay? Kaplunk would argue Widow was playing anti-dive this game and she was not a part of the Deadpool rush ults. Her 2 kills were on people diving the backline, stopping them from picking on Casey. Just bear in mind, this whole game maybe lasted like more than 20 minutes, right? The fact that she only killed 2 people, or hell, touched 2 people with her sniper says...
Oh yeah, alright, so this is about this one. So yeah, she only killed like 2 people. Well, she only like hit 2 people and then died. And then didn't hit another person for the rest of the game.
A lot. But of course, the White Knight will defend his girlfriend no matter what. He'd say,
You hurt my princess. Dude, no.
entire round has played
You
out
hit
while
my
arguing, and
princess.
Zaza
I
goes
must
0-4. This
get
is the
it
first
back in
game in the 6
blood.
scrims they have done that she has a negative KD, and Kingsman crashes out. Let's see how Kingsman crashes out from his perspective. Let's watch.
Fire Hulk, Fire Hulk. You guys. Okay, guys. Taste and
Look at that. He could take out fucking Spider-Man, but she couldn't.
point proven
Yeah.
right now. Do you understand?
No, well, you've been making me feel like shit. Of course I'm gonna
How
play
do you not see the front?
Bro, look at that fucking kill. Oh my god. 5 deaths, 0 kills. 18-2.
Right now.
Wait, first of all, it's that ass Kingsman, like, shut the fuck up.
Okay, bro.
You're doing too much.
Lucy's not even on Invis. Second of all, you're getting value.
Crashes out. You know what, dude? I think anyone who was reasonable, who had common sense, and who wanted to win this tournament would have done way worse than what he did. The mental gymnastics that Kaplunk was pulling here were out of this world. And this is when the White Knight would step in. He'd say, "This is where I come in. I was watching this, and I had been clipping on an alt account since the start of the VOD when the first comments came in.
I'm gonna do this in my voice. I'm gonna do that in that fucking weird voice that I did for the Louis clip. Let's see if I could. This is where I come in. I was watching this, and I have been clipping on an alt since the start of VOD. Couldn't even start of the VOD. When the first comments came in, I then messaged a member of production I know, and I told them to get Bassam to watch. Oh, princess.
Then messaged a member of production I know and told him to get Basim to watch Kingsman's stream. I
Oh
went
my
behind
God.
Zaza's back to do this. She was still in the scrim and didn't know what I was doing from the next room. I then sent multiple of the above clips to Basim with the context of everything since draft day. Here we can see DMs between Kaplunk and one of the members of production. Kaplunk would start off the DM saying, "Are you around? If you are, lurk CC or Kingsman's streams." He'd say, "Okay, what's going on?" Kaplunk would say, "Kingsman is out to get Zaza," telling her she can't play Widow. He needs the money and to play triple support. The crew member would say she's not a support player. Kaplunk would say, "Yeah, it's pissing me off. He's been on to her since the draft, and she hasn't wanted to stir the pot, but he is slandering her in front of his 200 viewers." Crew member would say, "Like, is he talking shit when unmuted to his team?" Kaplunk would say, "I'll lurk just his stream to see." Crew member would say, "Did CC mute Kingsman on her stream or something?" Kaplunk would say, "I don't think so. They have been at it for at least the last hour. It's between matches and rounds, it flares up again." He'd then say, "There's a clip I'll get from the VOD later where he's just talking about the money. Send this to Basim and CC. While they talk, they will want to see it." Dude, again, how dare he care about the money? Like, how dare he? How dare he get in?
Gosh, man. It's not like $40,000 is a whole lot of money. It's just $40,000. That's what it's like for these fucking guys. They say like it's just $40,000. It's not that big of a deal. I'm like, who the fuck are you? The fuck out of my face. Like, of course I want the fucking money. That's why I'm in the tournament. Like, what? Oh, princess. I have your back, princess. I will talk to the host, who is a dumbass, and I will get this man kicked. I told you I would get it back in blood.
To a tournament with a $40,000 prize pool and care about winning. What a disgusting piece of shit. He'd then continue the document and say, "I didn't tell Zaza what I was doing because she hates drama and she wouldn't want it to blow up like it has. Since draft day, I was lurking Kingsman and CC stream. Zaza was being targeted from the get-go with no prior knowledge of her gameplay. This crash out was the last straw for me. I was unable to hold my bias or tongue anymore. This is the time that CC was pulled aside to make a final decision. There's more I want to cover, but I'll make this part available until I finish writing the rest, and I'll add it here."
What a ballless loser. Shit. Like, I could get like wanting to defend your girlfriend, but there's literally nothing to defend. She wasn't even getting shit talked. You were just making shit up on your own in your own head. Like, I get it. Like, look, 100%. If you need to like defend your girlfriend, defend your girlfriend. But she didn't need to be defended over something that was considered critiquing. like constructive criticism. She needed to be something. She needed to be a character that wasn't Black Widow. Like she could have played Hawkeye 10 times better, probably 10 times better than fucking goddamn Black Widow. I'm pretty sure even Kingsman probably would say, you know what, just play like fucking Hawkeye or some shit, dude. Like, even though he said like triple support, which you probably should just do triple support if that's the meta, just do that. But if you're not gonna do that, then like, what's the fucking point of you being here? And the fucking kerplunk, whatever the fuck, trying to like defend his girlfriend from imaginary insults. Like, really, dude?
He would then include more clips and more explanations that don't matter at all in the grand scheme of things and only make him more delusional, and he'd finally say, personal note, there are several days of responses and rumors to cover, but I haven't slept to put it together enough.
Oh,
At the end of the day, the decision to report Kingsman was my own. The decision to kick him was made by Basim. Zaza didn't know I had anything to do with it until after the scrims. I was a full belief Kingsman was unprofessional in a setting he had to be, full stop. I also have a downloaded copy of VOD 3 which I will upload and attach so it's immortalized before Twitch or anything else.
And then he deleted it.
This dude genuinely thought that he was saving something that was about to get deleted, like he was cool or something, when in reality the only thing that got purged from the internet was his stupid YouTube channel with videos that made no sense when it came to the context he was offering.
Good.
And I think the funniest part of all this is that
this is the clip. This is the clip.
While Annie Pants was reading this live on stream after he had published it to everyone in the community, he was changing things up based on criticism, making it seem like he wasn't even editing it. Look at this.
Actually fire. Did he delete it? What happened?
He just straight up deleted a paragraph, dude. And he deleted another sentence. Like, he deleted the sentence that says no means no. If you can't take no for an answer after it was given to you several times, that's on you. Of course, this was all written to make Kingsman look as bad as possible. Of course, what ended up happening was the complete opposite. Kaplunk ended up looking like the biggest clown imaginable. The quote tweets were
a whole Google document. Because a blank wanted to win 40K and his teammates didn't. I'm in tears. The fucking the gif.
Endless, and they were all clowning on him. A whole Google document because a soft A wanted to win $40,000 and his teammates didn't. I'm in tears. Instead of minimizing the drama, Kaplunk ended up amplifying it to levels no one could have ever predicted. It got so bad. And Cece would go ahead and quote tweet it herself. She would attempt to divert all the hate.
All right, let's read this. Hold on. For those on the niche side of Marvel Rivals, there was a creator tourney where I was team captain and someone on my team got kicked for disrespectful behavior. Lies. A video was released where I was made to seem like it was my fault. It was. That he got booted. Kinda was still. I'm here to clarify again. Kingsman won't. Because Kingsman won't. He did. I was not the reason. You were. You fostered the toxic environment. You were one of the most disrespectful people there.
That she's receiving to Kaplunk. Okay, this wasn't a friendly quote tweet. She'd say, for those on the niche side of Marvel Rivals, there was a creator tourney where I was team captain
he read
and
it.
someone
Damn
on my
it.
team got kicked for disrespectful behavior. A video was
I need to
released
stop
where I was
pausing.
made to seem like it was my fault he got booted. I'm here to clarify again because Kingsman won't. I was not the reason. Quote tweeting Kaplunk's Google document. This wouldn't work though because she'd get community noted saying, you fostered the toxic environment. You were one of the most disrespectful people there.
God damn.
Linking Kingsman's video. She would turn off replies, but before she would, people were absolutely
Because your widow gets dope and you go
ratioing her
triple
over
sub.
10 times. One person here would try to suck up to her and be on her side, saying his cult is insane, referring to Kingsman, because watching from the beginning, all the comments were not needed. They're going too hard about money. This dude would get a community note with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different links saying contestants who join tournaments usually care about money. It's almost always why they're in the tournament to begin with. Kingsman had every right to express that he wanted to win. Thankfully, though, the majority of people, and by majority I mean 99.99%, had more than 2 brain cells to rub together. They weren't going to get gaslit or fooled, and her strategy that she's employed her entire career to get away from the consequences simply wasn't working here. But while CC and Zaza were getting the majority of the hate, one person was still left on the sidelines and got less. Luciaza, the person here who was meant to be Kingsman's friend and completely stabbed him in the back. She would delete her VOD of the scrims with Kingsman and the rest of the team, hoping to wipe evidence, but someone would come in with this clip that they had saved to really show us how vile of a person she was, along with both Zaza and Cece. Watch.
I have a genuine question. Like, seriously, answer this. Even if you support Kingsman, whatever, support Kingsman like it's fucking Israel. Anyways, whatever you have in your head, I have a genuine question.
Okay,
Ready?
and okay.
I'm saying, I have a.
Honestly, who gives a shit what her question was? How weird do you have to be as a person to say something like this? To compare what happened to Kingsman to Israel? Like, how did we even get here? Next up, you'd have Cece. One day after Kaplunk would release his Google document, tweeting out her quote-unquote final statement that she would delete very shortly afterwards. Here's what she said. My final statement. I take accountability for my poor handling of the situation and should have accommodated Kingsman better because I understood his motivation to try and win $3,000. In parentheses, not 40K, as if that matters.
Dude, it's still $3,000. That really would have helped him.
You idiot! She'd then say, I misspoke in the green light clip. In that same stream, after the clip was cut, I clarified Basim did not ask for approval. He was going to kick him regardless. Yeah, but you didn't even bother defending him as team captain. At the end of the day, he wanted money, and I wanted to defend my teammate from someone who was dogging on her from draft day about playing Widow in a
because she
tournament.
was ass.
I only called him a loser. I did not say shut the fuck up, rage bait him, or insult him other than...
Did she say that she didn't tell him to shut the fuck up? Or gaslit him or rage baited him? She literally called him a loser. She said to shut the fuck up and literally bullied him during this.
That. If me asking him to stop is where you draw the line, then okay, insult me, crying emoji. And yes, I told my friend in Twitch chat to kill themselves. I've been banned and freed. Your favorite streamer...
What? You did what? Who just says that? She needs to be banned longer.
Probably says worse behind closed doors, crying emoji. Yeah, so that last part was in reference to how she was banned for 24 hours during the tournament. People were wondering why. Turns out she typed KYS to one of her viewers, who she called a friend. Wonderful behavior, again, by a team captain. Here she was doubling down. Again, missing the entire point about why people were mad at her. She keeps saying I take accountability without actually taking any accountability, without ever
hear a lot of that
apologizing,
sigh.
and while still justifying why she called him a loser. By this point, a goldfish would have understood what they're meant to do, but she couldn't get it through her head. But guys, look, all CC wanted really from Kingsman was good vibes.
Good
People were
vibes.
starting to wonder, are these the same good vibes she was exhibiting in her TikTok?
No.
After making a post and a video and multiple statements of her taking accountability, she was still being extremely toxic. Look at some examples. Someone would say, got your best player kicked from the team, goodbye $40,000, hello, good vibes, to which she would say, $3,000, and we've got better players and vibes now. Someone else would say, lol, glazing Kingsman's for what now y'all gonna lose.
Their
Kicked
only
out
other
y'all
good
best
player was probably Big
lol.
Puffer.
To which you would say, he did it to himself.
And the guy that
Check this one out. If you don't want to win, don't
replaced
scrim and don't
the
draft
Kings.
people who do want to win. To which she would say, I don't want to win with someone who can't take no for an answer. So now she was insinuating that this was someone who couldn't accept consent. Isn't that incredible? Really, like how far down can you dig your hole? Apparently for Cece, she can go down to the Earth's core without even batting an eye, without even having a hint of self-awareness. In the replies of this post, you'd find Zaza's tag, saying, not a single screenshot there is me. Also, I had zero input into the decision of him being kicked. People gotta stop pretending like it was within my power. Someone would ratio her like more than 1,000,000 times saying there are screenshots of your replies actually it's through the thread. Cool. And they weren't lying. In these replies, Zaza was playing the victim, telling everyone that she had no idea who was going to get kicked, she had no input into it.
I did not bully him at all.
Bullied. This is why her performance was bad, and this is why she was sad. He was rude, he didn't take no for an answer, and he was pushy for an hour. She'd even say she was never rude back to him. But the clips that we saw earlier in the video definitely show us a different story. Throughout this entire thing, Not a single person apologized to Kingsman. Not a single person admitted that they were wrong. Everyone was just doubling down or, like Luciaza, pretending like nothing actually happened. The only person that would finally, a few days after the video, more specifically 3 days, that would admit that they were wrong was the tournament organizer, Basim ZB. Here's what he had to say. Watch.
Wow, he actually admitted it?
The people, when they come in here, when they hate, they're justified in what they're saying. They're absolutely right. They're absolutely right. 100%. No question about it. Like, there's no beating around the bush. I don't know why it's like difficult to admit when you're wrong and when you fucked up. I made a decision based off of haste and based off of misinformation, but
there you go. That's all you had to say. It was like, I'm sorry. I fucked up. Haste and based. Even then, I hope he never gets sponsored to do another tournament again.
Everybody in the team knew what was going on. Everybody in this team knew what was going on, and the fact that nobody told me it was that's whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Kind of does.
Get that vehicle moving again!
Whatever.
So look, there's no question that Basim completely screwed up in his role of tournament organizer. I've seen many people call for him to never be able to host another tournament again, and he's also had a lot of hate thrown his way. He even admitted it, but he also said that it was justified. He understands why it's happening. He screwed up. Look, we all make mistakes in life, all right? And I think what's important is that we learn from them. At least Basim had the self-awareness required to understood that he made a mistake, and he said so. Good.
You know what? I'll say that. You know what? I take back all I said about Basim. At least he manned up and said that he was wrong and learned from it.
For him. What's really unfortunate, though, is that this self-awareness did not rub on the whole bullying group whatsoever. Everything we saw so far was nothing more than a very bad attempt at damage control. This obviously didn't work at all. If anything, it made things considerably worse. How much worse? Well, the bullies in question were about to find that out the hard way.
Here we go.
Shortly after the Google Doc, Kaplunk would make yet another tweet. Here he'd say to Kingsman, I'm reaching out to apologize and talk about the way things went down. In this case, I went about it in completely the wrong way. I overstepped. Zaza told me to leave it alone in confidence and dumb impulse decisions. Kingsman, I'm sorry for sending the clips which caused Basim to kick you from the event. The Google Doc released was one-sided and painted you in an extremely negative light with my bias. I shouldn't have gone out of my way to involve myself in a situation I was not a part of. Zaza, I am sorry for going behind your back to release a Google document despite you warning me not to. This has been a massive wake-up call, and if there's any hate to be directed, direct it to me, not Zaza or Kingsman. Shortly after posting this, Kaplunk would go ahead and private his Twitter account. So this was him essentially hoping that all the hate would be redirected towards him so that his girlfriend could finally live in peace. He made it seem like he was the one who did this.
Yeah, that's
she
not
was
gonna
the
work
reasonable one telling him to stop drama farming, but he just wouldn't listen. This, of course, made the community hate him even more because this guy had essentially admitted to going behind his girlfriend's back and sending a lot of hate her way. Someone would quote tweet that last tweet that Kaplunk had made and say, Zaza will forever be known as an EOMM agent and it's your fault. In a nutshell, this means that she's always on the losing team, like she's there to pretty much sabotage you. You reported him and made a doc where you blatantly lied just to make him seem bad. Now you're trying to delete everything to hide it and come out with an apology that we know you don't actually believe in. But here's the deal. People weren't stupid. They were keeping track of these things. The guy was very blatantly lying because as soon as he posted his Google Doc, his girlfriend, Zaza Stack, would repost it. This was of course about to backfire both on him and his girlfriend very harshly later. But in the meantime, Sissy would make yet another statement. This would get over 17 million views. Here's what she would say. I'm sorry I failed to realize that I need to take proper accountability on here as well.
That's all she had to say. And then fuck off. Yeah, literally, it's like, I'm sorry I failed to realize that I need to take proper accountability on here as well. To take proper accountability, period. That's it. That's all you need to say. Don't say anything else. Just say that you're sorry and mean it. But clearly, she did not mean it. So, we got this big-ass fucking tweet.
Many of you saw my replies and they were defensive, deflecting, and argumentative. I was busy fighting to defend myself and I've deleted them now because I realized what you guys really wanted from me was a sincere apology. Took you long enough. As a team captain, I have a responsibility to make accommodations for all my teammates. While advocating for my Widow OTP, I also need to better respect Kingsman's wishes. Once the team environment became disruptive, I needed to de-escalate with a solution for both parties. A simple, hey guys, let's try this game with Widow, then the next one we can switch things up, could have worked. Emotions were high, and I failed to notice, which resulted in me snapping at Kingsman. I apologize, as no matter what, raising voices and instantly shutting down a teammate is not the right thing to do. I also sort of reprimanded the comments directed at Kingsman once the scribs were over. I needed to hold everyone accountable. I also apologize for calling Kingsman a loser, and I should not have read that in chat in the first place. It was very disrespectful, as Kingsman was just trying to win. And as a leader, I needed to lead without emotions and a clear view. I said good vibes are important, but failed to create that properly. Before Kingsman video went out, I had already reflected, which is why I didn't realize you guys needed to hear it too. I'm sorry my Twitter fingers went first, not this. I tried my best to be ready as a captain, preparing a spreadsheet with various comps and playstyles, but I learned that being a team captain is more than strategies, it's about everyone on the team. They all need to have a say. Wow, what a wonderful apology. If only she posted this first without being defensive, weird, entitled, quote tweeting Kaplunk's terrible Google Doc, you know, a whole list of things. But by this point, it was too late. People were not buying this. She was just trying to do this as a PR move. In fact, she got community noted. Here's what it said. Even after the initial situation calmed down, CC continued to bully Kingsman and speak ill of him across social media. CC has a history of attacking other players and talking trash.
So she's been doing this to other people? She deserves to get canceled, dude.
A tweet. In this tweet, we can see some of the TikTok comments that we already saw.
Says my ass trash talking them.
Earlier, as well as messages in her Discord. She'd say, I'm pretty sure he spent all 20 years of his life inside playing video games, which is why he lacks social skills. She's of course referring.
This is where I saw that from. I remember somebody clipped this on Twitter and I was like, damn, who the fuck are they talking about? I'm pretty sure he spent all 20 years of his life inside playing video games, which is why he lacks social skills. Alright, fuck you.
To Kingsman, more bullying, wonderful. As people were raiding her Discord because of how terrible of a person she is, she'd say, yo Kingsman cocksuckers, screenshot this. Y'all think I ain't see the toxicity in the Kingsman Discord? W not spreading hate from the mods and Kingsman community. This only served to make people.
As I screenshot this, immediately gets screenshotted. Fucking stupid.
People hate her more. Seeing this, she would reply to that apology we just saw and say, I'm sorry I was going off the video and forgot to explicitly call this out. Earlier today, I woke up to 1,000 plus notifications from the day before and people had joined my server from Kingsman. I was having a panic attack and I just started experiencing them. So on my freakout, I said Kingsman lacked social skills because he spends his time playing video games inside. I was angry and ended up lashing out at him instead of his community. I deeply regret it and I apologize for flinging another insult out. This shows I have terrible character, but I will be working on watching the words I say and getting help with my panic attacks. Heart emoji. The community note would come in and say, she doesn't actually feel bad. This is a PR move. Linking.
This is actually fucking, dude, I love community notes. I say that, then one day this is fucking gonna happen to me. Oh, dude, I hope not. Oh well.
The same tweet we just looked at. Someone would quote tweet this reply and say,
she ulted.
Heartbreak emoji. That's it, man. She ulted. She pulled out her biggest move. I was having panic attacks. You know what's really funny? During the draft stream, Kingsman was specifically told that CC would make a good team captain because she has military experience. This leads her to be able to handle
She has military experience. And she's acting like a high school girl. She's acting like Mean Girls. You serious?
high pressure. And there she is having a panic attack because she's being raided due to consequences of her own actions. What kind of military are we talking about here? GTA RP? Like, come on, who are you kidding? Anyway, while the high-tech military commando known as CC was being absolutely dogpiled, Zaza was still fighting her own battle. By this point, she still hadn't made a single statement. This is when people would choose to go to her older tweets to call her out, with this person saying, "You realize you can't hide, right? You fucked up big time, homegirl." To which again, she would give the same narrative. "I'm aware and I'm not trying to hide, but people gotta chill. I had absolutely zero input into the decision of him being kicked. The power was out of my hands there, and people still think it was my fault." People would call out her performance and how much she sucked, and then she would say, so now you're just hating because you don't want to recognize that I have informed you with the truth and you want any reason to still hate. Wow. She was still going as hard as possible with the narrative that she had no idea she was just someone in the middle of a crossfire that she's not involved in. Eventually though, around 8 hours after Cece would make her apology tweet in which she finally uttered the word sorry, Zaza Stack would come out with her own statement, saying, sorry it has taken me a while to write out a response to the Kingsman drama. I am the Widow player involved and wanted to take some time to collect my thoughts and reflect on the things that took place. Just to preface this post contains clarity and accountability. To start things off, I believe there are a lot of people who have blown this way out of proportion when it could have just been solved with a simple conversation instead of escalating things. That is on everyone involved. I'm taking accountability for not swapping off of Widow when I should have. The games that were playing in Kingsman's YouTube video were practice scrim games and not the actual tournament games, so I was hoping I would have a proper chance to show off my Widow gameplay.
That is not the proper chance to show off your Widow gameplay. That is a proper chance to show that you can work as a team. Not to show off your skill.
Choice to say on Widow was
well, actually, it is to show off your skill, but it's to show you off like team skill, not fucking your Black Widow skills that you clearly don't have.
Never because of ego or wanting to throw, and the whole way through the tournament I continued to tell Kingsman that I still wanted to try and wanted to help him win. The reason I initially said no to his suggestions was because they were out of my hero pool and I had no playtime on them. Kingsman was made aware of my hero pool from day one,
That's
and
why
when
you
he asked
learn.
for Phoenix instead, I was too focused on processing the pressure that I was feeling from him constantly pushing me to swap. In hindsight, I should have just swapped to Phoenix or Gila so we could have practiced that too. As for when Kingsman said that he could switch to Bucky or Mantis and try that idea was never attempted because I said that his magic gameplay was really good and I thought that his magic was working. Of course it was going to work, he's rank 1 magic in the world. Black Widow is competitively my best hero, and when I was invited and signed up for the tournament initially there was no prize pool and it was labeled as a creator tournament. The $40,000 prize pool came as a surprise later on and was split between everyone who played in the tournament in teams from 1st to 8th place, with 1st place getting $3,000 each for winning, so everyone ended up getting paid. I think a lot of people have been getting my voice mixed up with the other girls' voices and have been struggling to tell us apart, which has led to way more unwarranted hate than there has to be. She'd then say, I was never once rude to Kingsman in the VODs, even when asked to talk my shit. I will take accountability for getting stern after a while of being asked the same question over and over, and do apologize for that, as I definitely could have had more patience. However, I still don't believe that I insulted him in any way. If Kingsman is at all offended by any of my actions, then I am deeply sorry to him. On the topic of the drama, I would also like to address my boyfriend's, Kaplunk's, input into the situation. With Cap and I living in the same house, I know how easy it is to believe that we worked together on sending through clips or the creation of the document. I can confirm that we did not work together on any of that at all. There had been comments and concerns from Kingsman since the draft day about my Widow pick potential. On day 1 of scrims, I had told Cap to not send through any clips of Kingsman downing my Widow or muting up to speak to his stream as the day 1 games went well. I warned Cap that I could handle the situation of doubt by conversing, and that if Kingsman were to end up getting kicked from the tournament, it would bring flame on all of us. Wow, does she have a crystal ball? That's highly mature from someone like her, huh? On day 2 of scrims, Kaplunk had sent through clips to tournament administration without me knowing, in a moment of feeling overprotective for me, so that they were aware of Kingsman being pushy towards my choice to play Widow.
I have to protect my princess.
The clips were passed on to the tournament host, Basim ZB, and a rushed, overconfident decision was made to kick Kingsman from the tournament. Basim ZB has since taken accountability for his rushed decision and lack of research on his recent Twitch streams. You know, I love working on this video so far because I don't even have to say anything about this statement. Community notes are present on every single statement made by the girls.
Fucking amazing.
And they say everything that needs to be said. Here's what this one said in particular. Zaza Stack states that she never knew or helped write the Google Doc. However, she'd retweeted several tweets containing the doc as an attempt to defend herself. Actually, you know what? This community note could have been written a bit better. Not only did she retweet the document multiple times, she was also fully aware it was being written because, well, she admitted it live on her stream. Watch it for yourself.
Cece, did you see the document Cap was putting together about it all? Rage bait for more views? I'm not a rage baiter, bro. I'm not a rage baiter. He tweeted it? Yeah. Yeah, he's being very, like, straightforward about everything and putting all the evidence in there, too. He's actually, Cap has a lot of experience writing good documents.
Clearly he doesn't. Clearly he doesn't. Because he was doing it as it was already, he was writing it as it came out already and got caught editing it. And It was terrible. Like it also made no fucking sense. And then play clips that had nothing to do with fucking what he was trying to like spread dirt around. And like he was trying to make dirt out of nothing. Please, did she? So she actually knew this was being written
like that. So, W cap.
W cap.
Yo,
Yeah.
Cece, did you see the Google Doc that my boyfriend's putting together? It's also really funny.
I like how Demi just went, what?
To me how she's gloating. Oh yeah, dude, he knows how to write these documents, man. Really? Did we both read the same thing? Incoherent structure, clips that don't make sense, grammatical errors that a toddler could have avoided, really? But guys, I swear I didn't want my boyfriend to publish this because I knew that this was going to cause me drama. I could just foresee the future. How much of a clown can you be in one incident? How much, dude? Her statement wouldn't simply just end here, though. She then continued, saying, as for the Google document that Kaplunk had released, all the information within that was 100% factual and drawn from the VODs. However, it didn't shed any light from Kingsman's side of the story, which I believe was needed too. About 4 hours before the tournament started, I was downstairs crying from some of the misinformation and hate that was being spread after Kingsman had posted his YouTube video. Even though he had told people not to hate on others at the start of the video, seeing how upset I was sparked Cap to put together the Google document that he posted. She then continued saying he had told me that he forgot to finish doing something on his PC and then went upstairs to his setup. I went to bed as I needed sleep before the tournament as it was early morning hours in Australia. After a while, I messaged him saying, I don't know what you are doing on your PC, but I have a gut feeling you are writing a post or a document and I think you should leave it and come sleep. I ended up falling asleep and he ended up staying up writing the Google document so that he could post it before the tournament started in attempts to clarify things from my side. The clip titled Zaza was all for the document according to this clip on my Twitch was after the document had been posted and I had already read through it. It was completely Kaplunk's decision alone to post the document in the first place. Yes, Kaplunk might be my boyfriend, but that does not mean I have control over his actions. Just like everyone else involved, he is still his own individual person and he has since written a public apology to take accountability on his profile here on Twitter. I never intended to offend Kingsman or throw away an important tournament to him as I still wanted to help him win. But if he is at all offended by any of my actions, then I again apologize deeply and hope that we can all move on from this. Again, this would be community noted. The community notes did not let her post a single thing without correcting her, by the way. It would say, OP did not intend on winning or helping Kingsman as she repeatedly continued to play Widow on high ping while berating Kingsman for being asked to switch. She was also on stream viewing the document with her boyfriend and approved it, linking the clip that we just watched. She would then finally say, also, just to leave a note here, I've limited the comments because people commenting were already trying to be misogynistic or racist as soon as I...
They always pull this, dude. They always pull this. You got caught being an asshole, and now you're facing the consequences. Like, you bullied a 20-year-old college student who wanted money for college, and now, and you like basically like ran his reputation to the fucking ground. He's back to it came back, thankfully. He was able to clear his fucking name. And now you're going through what he went through. But unfortunately for you, it's gonna stick.
Posted this. Again, a community note would come in and say, Zaza Stack and the others associated with the mistreatment of Kingsman have often limited comments whenever it is obvious the majority will give criticism, not due to racism or sexism. Zaza has already shown to be untrustworthy due to her admitted approval of the document by Kaplunk. God, it is just wiping the floor with them. Someone would ratio the hell out of her before
said a whole lot of nothing.
Saying, said a whole lot of nothing. After most likely many years of this bullying behavior, these people were finally getting what they deserved. It was very satisfying and the entire community was very happy to see this. However, by now, many people, including myself, thought that, okay, fine, things will finally die down now. They posted their final statements, they said what they had to say. It can't possibly get any worse.
We still have 30 minutes of this fucking video. We still have this much of it left.
Right? Well, we were all proven wrong when Kingsman would make an entire brand new Twitter account just so that he can post new information he acquired. This would somehow, even after everything we've just seen, make everyone look considerably worse. On January 21st, barely a few hours after Zaza had posted her long statement, Kingsman would create a Twitter account and tweet, "Hey everyone, I originally wasn't planning on posting this, but the first screenshot kinda messed with my vibes a bit, so here it is. posting his own Google document. The document would be barely a couple pages long, and it would be very screenshot heavy.
But they ruined my vibes, so I'm gonna ruin them.
On this, but I saw this. He'd come across a screenshot between KaPlunk and what seems to be the crew member he was talking to. This would be the continuation of the DMs he was having with the crew member, where he said it's between matches and rounds it flares up again. The crew member would say, go on an alt, clip anonymously, download the clip. If there's anything that can help us get him kicked off the team, don't worry, plenty of people in line just as good. Kingsman, like everybody else, is replaceable, playing for the money, ... Get the fuck out. There's no bans. To which KaPlunk would say, yeah, I'll go through it. This is when Kingsman would say, and this is just blind speculation, but the fact that you referred to it as helping us get him kicked off means that multiple people were trying to do that on my team. KaPlunk is Zaza's boyfriend, and I'm assuming this message is with one of the team members. And I'm 99% sure it's Cece. So this was Kingsman pretty much saying that this wasn't with a crew member on the production team for this tournament. This was actually KaPlunk talking to Cece. This is his speculation. Of course, insinuating that KaPlunk was lying in his document when he said that this was a crew member. And honestly, after everything that's happened so far, I don't think it would be a crazy revelation. He then continued and say, either way, my vibes were off. So here's the DMs between me and her after I got kicked and posted the video right before the tournament started. These messages would start off with Cece messaging Kingsman in Discord DMs saying, bro, please do something, these fucking NPCs in my Discord server. TikTok chat, Instagram, comments, streams. To which Kingsman would say, I told him not to harass anyone like 40 times in my vid. If you have like Twitch names, I can ban them. To which he would say, holy fuck, they think I'm responsible for banning you when all I said was, okay, I agree, Basim. He was gonna boot you anyways no matter what I did. I wish you asked for clarification before you posted this godforsaken video.
Why does he need clarification from you? You're the one that basically bullied him. You're a bully. You don't get to say what he can and can't fucking upload. Because clearly, you uploaded all that shit too. So why can't he?
That I'm here fighting panic attacks and mass banning people on X different platforms. Make
panic
another post or
attacks.
delete the video if you really care. 20 minutes.
I've had real panic attacks. I have. So hearing this also really pisses me off because like I've actually experienced panic attacks, and maybe she did. Maybe she did have a panic attack. But that's not really an excuse, is it? Don't use that as an excuse. Yeah, a panic attack is bad. Don't get me wrong. It really sucks. But you can't just use that as an excuse. I'm having a panic attack, so I'm going to do all this horrible shit. No. That's not what panic attacks do. Panic attacks make your chest feel tight and make it hard to breathe. And then you start because you're overwhelmed with all the shit that's happening. And maybe, like I said, maybe she did have a panic attack. Maybe she did. But you still can't blame a panic attack for horrible shit you did before or after that panic attack. So it doesn't really matter if you had a panic attack or not.
This would pass, and she would send another message saying, hello, do you have any response? Just like you want $40,000, I want some peace of mind for the next time I go live, crying emoji. God, even in these DMs, she sounds so vile. Kingsman would then say, I'm not deleting the video. It's legit just a VOD. But I've already told my viewers like 1,000,000,000 times not to harass anyone, and I'll keep saying that at the start of my streams and banning whoever I see. This is when she'd say, why not? You took my clip out of context before even asking me for clarification. You can re-upload the VOD again, no? To which he would say, the VOD is staying up, dude. I'm not taking it down. Nothing is out of context. It's just the 16th and then the draft from a viewer's perspective. This is when she'd say,
if I could, I'd dap him up. And like, fucking Chad.
You insinuated I was the one who got you banned, question mark? You put a screenshot of a random Discord message from someone else saying I was sus for going into a one-on-one call with Basim? He'd reply with, you said in the same video, I have a boss call with Basim. In the same vid you say, I greenlit it. I'm not here to argue, so... To which you would say, oh, sorry, are you uncomfortable that I'm taking no for an answer? Oh my god. The same way you didn't take no for an answer for an hour? Or the fact that the only...
Really, bitch? Really? 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 you can't argue with stupid people. Because 9 times out of 10, actually 10 times out of 10, they'll always think that they're right, no matter how wrong they are. No matter how right you are, to them you're always wrong. It's like you say like, "Oh, this color is blue. Actually, it's green." And like, "No, it's blue." Like, I can't believe you're saying, I can't believe you're arguing with me with this. It's green. And like, "No, it's blue. It literally says blue. I can look it up right now. It says blue." And like, oh, and then they just go off on like all this stupid shit. They try to say anything to like make you look bad. Case in point right here. Like I had a boss call with Bassam. It's like, you said in the same vid, I have a boss call with Bassam, and I greenlit it. They all saw the video, CC. I don't know why the fuck you're acting like this is brand new. I don't understand why you think this is brand new. And then you should have realized that he was also streaming and also clipping shit in his own streams as well. And his fans were also clipping shit as well. So I don't understand why you're acting brand new and thinking that like people didn't have more than one brain cell. Like, for real, like what the fuck?
Thing you said to the team was about money? Like seriously, bro. Why the fuck would I want to kick you?
Because he wanted fucking money. Or the fact that the only thing you said to the team was about money because he needed the fucking money. He needed the money more than, like, look, I'll be real with you. He needed the money more than all of you combined. Because like he was a smaller streamer. He was a smaller content creator. All of you don't even need that money. That's probably why you were doing it, for the vibes, bro. He needed that money. So literally all y'all could have just gave him the fucking money. Or even like shit, you fucking, yeah, or even better. You could shut the fuck up. You could shut the fuck up and stop ruining the vibes and get that bread. You know? But no. You just had to be a toxic bitch, didn't you?
If I insisted you stay after you said you want to go play ranked. Thanks for throwing me under the fucking bus and into unlimited harassment for X amount of weeks, if not months.
Throwing her under the bus? Dude, you were the first one to throw him under the bus. Are you serious? That's...
Get your fucking clicks now, all because your own actions got you banned and you can't accept that. Usually I'd be mature, but I don't owe you that if you can't even see how you're in the wrong. You are an asshole for harassing Zaza for a whole hour and making her upset even after we said to drop, and now I'm getting that harassment tenfold.
Man,
Kingsman
fuck Zaza.
say, sorry to hear that. To which CC...
What a fucking Chad, dude. Oh my god, I wish I could fucking dap him up right now.
He would say, stop lying, you're not sorry.
Ironic.
He'd say, I mean, you also just got banned from Twitch the same day for your actions, which is a totally separate matter. She'd say, for what actions? LMAO, I said something in chat to my friend. That's something being KYS, by the way. To which Kingman would say, okay. She'd say, it's completely unrelated. He'd say, I'm done talking. Good luck on the tournament. And she'd end this with, you know, I hard defended you when Entei drama farmed. I got into major drama in Creator Discord with a bunch of people just dogging on me for being upset. Entei went behind my back to talk bad about you, and look. I had creators tell me how you're a crash out and that it's not good I got you on my team and I still defended you. I ain't ever met such a narcissist like you.
The pot calling the kettle black. Oh, man. Projecting much?
Wow, incredible. And if you guys don't remember, Entei was that one Marvel Rivals TikTok drama creator.
That guy, yeah.
Earlier. Kingsman would then say in the document,
clown.
She then removed me from the Discord server with Rivals creators all over TikTok where we chat. And apparently, she was the owner, LMAO. Also, on a side note, why am I getting messages like this, LMAO? This would be a message from clearly someone who is extremely mentally ill, pretty much saying that he's very angry at
Oh, I saw this. I actually saw the, like, I saw the uncensored text of it on a stream I saw on another streamer's stream. And dude, it was fucking wild. Like this guy, this El Sueno, fucking wild. The shit he said. Like, actually crazy.
Kingsman for clarifying that he's not a misogynist at the end of his video, going as far as saying, "You're a fucking disgrace for any self-respecting human, and I hope life R-words you by the very women you claim not to hate. Unless, of course, you change your ways." Anyway, this Google Doc served to show...
Bro, that's not even half the crazy shit he said. That was like the ending. The entire thing of that, actually insane.
...us that Cece was truly, I mean, if you weren't convinced yet, a terrible, vile person.
Yeah.
Not once did she apologize to him in private. Not even once. She made herself out to be some saint who was always on his side and that she never did anything wrong. When Kingsman refused to go with her pity farming, she
that's a real
really crash out
narcissist.
on him. This is actually a real definition of crashing out, not what Kingsman did during the scrims. Kingsman would reply to this post saying, "Also, I'm so glad CC also turned the Marvel Rivals creator Discord from a server I used to know and talk with people into a CC Glaze server with my old friends." We see a content creator saying that she was furious with Kaplunk because he hurt so many careers. We'd see someone else saying, "I gained 600 followers after making a video showing CC as the Antichrist." More importantly, though, we'd see a content creator by the name of Ashlyn tagging both CC and Zaza Stack and saying, "Don't let these people try and bully you off the internet. I know it's annoying, but use it as an opportunity to gain favor from people who support you. The parasocials will forget about it in a few days when we move on to the next thing. Basically, it's free ad revenue." To which CC would reply with, "I just put 12 ads on my YouTube video." Yes, the one that got masked this.
Oh yeah. She by the way, that apology video. Yeah, she put like, that's where the 12 ads. That she put 12 ads on her apology video. And then that was also, and it's real. Because on Terrorizer and Nogla reaction, they do, like I said, TNN. They also called that out too. And they because Brian or Mr. Terrorizer said, "How much you want to bet that that she has ads on it?" It's like, wait, go. Do you have YouTube Premium? Take off YouTube Premium. He's telling Nogla, it's like, take off YouTube Premium and check to see if this video has ads. First fucking thing that happened was an ad, and Nogla was like, "Yep, there's ads." Is like, I fucking knew it. She's using that video to make money, so she didn't give a fuck. So I'm like, fuck her. That's why I don't really care about like people like this. It's terrible.
This again didn't help her case at all. CC would reply to Kingsman's tweet like in less than half an hour and say, "I made a quote tweet. These DMs say the timestamp is today, but it was immediately after I uploaded my video and saw all those hate comments for the first time saying I was the ringleader who got you kicked, when I am not. I'll take the screenshots insulting you to the chin, but it is not proof of me talking with Kaplunk." This is when she would be hit with one of the most ruthless community notes I've ever seen. With 9...
Fuck, dude. She got She got dogged on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fucking links.
9 different links of proof, which we already saw, saying CC was the team captain. She had every opportunity to not only stop her teammates from bullying and harassing Kingsman during and even after the tournament, but also not do so herself. Kingsman would reply, ratioing the hell out of her, saying, "That's pretty epic." Also, showing the screenshot of her saying KYS to I am Jabu.
Ooh.
This is what got her banned for a day off Twitch. Here's another screenshot of I am Jabu on Discord. Someone asked him, "You are her friend?" To which he said, "I don't know her, bro." Crying emoji.
That's insane.
So the excuse of her being his friend and saying KYS playfully was out the window too. She would reply to this again, saying, "Jambu and I spoke after. Him and I are chill. In the screenshot, Kaplunk has to explain when the team is arguing to this mystery person. I wouldn't need that explained to me if I was the mystery person. Heartbreak emoji. I truly mean every apology." She gets community noted. She did not truly mean every apology. Linking her own DMs that he had leaked in his Google Doc. I mean, at this point, bro, stop. Like, she's already dead. Like, it was...
Think, CC, think! They're like, what's another 17 more years? I can always make another one.
Over. But it was also up to her to stop.
Or
to
18
finally get
years.
off the internet. But she didn't. She would also quote tweet the post that Kingsman made saying, I am in the middle of class as I see this, but I want to be clear, those DMs with Kaplunk is not with me. I would not know of any substitute list. Yes, I know I flamed Kingsman, but I have been trying to apologize since that night.
No, you
below,
haven't.
I sent it to my friend at first and then had someone else confirm. I really don't want to be instantly framed for something I didn't do again. I have 0 DMs with Kaplunk. I already apologized for my behavior insulting Kingsman. I just want to move on. Please.
No.
She'd link a bunch of screenshots, and in them we can see her messaging someone.
There's a
explaining
comedian
to them
out
the
there, too.
situation, how she had a panic attack and everything, and how she wanted to reach Kingsman after their very terrible conversation they had in DMs. But since she doesn't share the same servers with him, since, you know, she kicked him out of the creator server, she wanted this person to act as the middleman, to send him this screenshot, where she says that she's ashamed of how she reacted. She doesn't want this to be his last impression of her, that she wanted to apologize. But by this point, no one was having it anymore. This post sat at 7 million views, and all the comments are again cooking her. But hey, would you look at that? She still didn't stop tweeting. She still kept digging herself a hole. She would quote tweet that post we just saw and say, emotions are high and I've learned when to step away. No, you didn't.
No.
If a response ends up necessary, I'll make one. Please react how you see fit to me being an ass. I know I deserve the same treatment I dish out. I am not the person in the screenshot with Kaplunk. I was not the one who reported Kingsman. My apology the day before includes all my behavior. I have not been online since, and I've been holding myself accountable. I will continue to do so. I forgot to show you another screenshot that she included in that initial post where she has 0 DMs with Kaplunk. Again though, the comments are still cooking the app.
Just let it go, bro. It's over. Like, dude, you're done. You're cooked. It's over. It's Kaplunk. It's Kaplunk now. Dude,
absolute hell out of her.
You're
This
done.
was not helping anyone except, well, all her haters. But at this point, CC was absolutely cooked to shreds. Zaza was too. And some people realized, wait a second, there's one person that deserves a lot of criticism too that isn't getting any, and that's Luciaza. Luciaza would go live on sub-only mode, that way she can farm as much money as she can out of this, with the title, I need this, I'm kinda homeless, still not taking the situation seriously at all. She'd argue that she wasn't a bad friend to Kingsman, even
bitch, I'm not a bad friend to Kingsman. You literally let him get bullied him as well, made fun of him for being a college student and wanting the money to pay for college, and made a 6'7" joke on him. Get the fuck out of here.
though she didn't take his side and was arguing against him by showing us DMs between them. She'd send him a message saying, Kingsman, are you doing all right? He'd say, no, I'm not. She'd say, dude, why didn't you stop? I tried to tell you to shush. He'd say, I did nothing wrong, Lucy. I'm going to make a video about it. She'd say, okay, that's fine, but I don't think it's fair to say you did nothing wrong. You were on Zaza for a while and you could hear it in her voice she was getting upset. He'd say, no, don't worry, I'm actually going to explain everything. To which she would say, well, all right. I'm sorry about you getting kicked. I was excited to be on the same team as you. To which she would say, yeah, same. Bro, I rewatched and you rage baited me so hard. What an incredible friend, man. She'd also have some incredible clips from the stream that truly show us just how many brains
like, look, there's friendly rage baiting, and then there's this.
cells she lacks in that head of hers. Watch.
Next to why I did what I did and why I said what I said. I did do it at wrong times, I do admit. But in regards to me telling him to shut the fuck up, that is the only thing I think I am 100% justified in, because Zaza said, you're making me feel like shit. When somebody on your team is like saying that, I'm immediately just put off. And yeah, I don't know. That's the only time I'm only gonna like defend that specific moment. Thank you, the plug for the Prime X to.
Yeah, you know, I told him to shut up because he was making some valid points. Yo, thank you for the Prime sub, man. Yo, thank you for the Prime sub, dude. But it gets worse. Here will be her excuse for comparing Kingsman to Israel. Look at this. Just listen to this and try not to cringe physically.
So this is actually, she also bragged about donating to Palestine more than her entire chat. Like that excuses or make it acceptable to compare defending her own duo to Israel. This has nothing to do with it.
No, I guess it was just like in bad taste. But at the end of the day, you're like, guys, I am a Lebanese Arab. Like, I have 100% donated more. I even have.
What does that have to do with this tournament and you betraying your friend? This has nothing to do with anything.
Had what do you call it? Not that this is an excuse, but I'm saying I have definitely donated more than all of you guys combined.
What does that have to do with this tournament and you betraying your friend?
It's the Palestinians. I literally have family there. I don't know really what. Yeah. Anyways, regardless, let me see if there's anything else.
Bro, who asked? Like, genuinely, who
No,
cares?
for real.
What the hell are we talking about here? And if you thought that wasn't bad enough, I mean, guys, it only gets worse from here. Look at what she said about Basim for actually admitting that he was wrong. Look at this.
I take everything back I said about Basim. At least he was the only one that admitted that he was wrong. Literally, he was the only one that admitted that he was wrong. So you know what? I'm sorry, Basim. But still, you really should have been a better host.
That
Ask
one
questions.
wasn't even like really. Bro, Basim is the biggest like loser of all time, and also a lot of creators are scared to like talk shit about him.
Yeah, what a loser, am I right? I just hope that she uses all these Prime subs that she got during the stream to buy a better microphone because my ears are shot. Here.
Damn, I feel like I got called out right there. Man. Hopefully I don't sound too bad.
What would be Basim's response to him hearing her call him a loser? Look at this.
Also, there's other things about Basim out there that, hey, if you want to look into it, look into it. But there's other shit on Basim out there. And Basim, if you're in here, bro, you are the biggest sellout of all time. You kick Kingsman out, and then you don't even properly fucking clear shit up. And you scream and shout for the Kingsman fans to all just be on your side because you switch sides because you don't want hate. You don't want
He
heat,
switched sides.
which is fine. But it's just
Or he realized he was wrong.
Who the fuck wants hate? Who the fuck wants fucking heat? Explain to me one person who wants hate. Tell me that for 1 second. But you know how you avoid that? You take accountability for your fucking actions. Oh my god, dude. When you figure out somebody's wrong, you take accountability.
Basim had understood this within like 24 hours of the video
There you
dropping.
go.
But it seemed like Luciaza was missing so much common sense, lacked a ridiculous amount of self-awareness, and was overall such a
Didn't have a
nasty,
brain
vile
cell.
person that it seemed like nothing
Smooth brain.
could make her understand how bad of a situation this actually was. Someone like her doesn't just spawn overnight. You get to this point when you act like shit your whole life and never face consequences. So it was no surprise that just before her stream, the content creator Antgrow would release a video titled "These People Are Not What You Think," CC and Luciaza, in regards to
Who's
the
this guy?
Kingsman saga. In this video, Antgrow would reveal to us that he was invited to the same Marvel Rivals tournament, but turned it down specifically because of a few people that were in there. He'd say that 4 months ago, back in October 2025, Luciaza would start spreading some vile, untrue rumors about him. When faced with this, he decided to also take Kingsman's approach and make videos defending himself. He wouldn't attack her personally,
Okay.
he would never incite harassment towards her, this was purely him defending his reputation. When he'd do
Okay.
that, he'd be messaged by Cece, acting as a mediator between him and Luciaza because apparently she was receiving too much harassment from her chatters. The reason why this was very significant to Antigrow was because CC actually owned the Rival Creators Discord server.
Oh.
This is a server in where all the Marvel Rivals creators were and collabed together. This was key to your growth. He was directly threatened by the server owner that if he didn't stop sticking up to himself, then he was about to get kicked. She was using
Now,
her
who's the real
influence as the
narcissist?
creator of the server to bully others, protecting her other friend who was also a bully, by the way, and threatening anyone who had something negative to say about
This poor
her.
guy,
It's
dude.
absolutely disgusting, but again, not surprising. When you never get caught for doing bad things, you just keep doing them. Additionally, during
Yeah.
that time, this screenshot would start spreading around, where Zaza Stack says, "Justice for that guy? He is black, I don't give a fuck," referring to Kingsman. She'd make a tweet saying, "I'm addressing this
fuck?
screenshot right now because this needs to be made clear. Before the drama, there were imposter accounts going around and hiding behind my name to act like this. I would never say this sort of stuff. That is not me. The only games I have played since the drama have all been live on my last stream, and I have not loaded up the game since. I've also attached a screenshot of my last ranked game so that you guys can see that I haven't played anything more. The times in the screenshot of my history are in Australian time." Someone would reply with, "And we're supposed to believe you, why? You've been lying since the drama started." To which she would say, "I haven't lied once, bro." This reply would get
I haven't lied once, bro. Trust me. She lied multiple times. And this is one of them.
community noted, and it would say, "She has lied several
times."
I have
Fucking
never
dumb,
seen
dude.
so many community notes for one incident in my life. Someone would call out how terrible she was at Widow and how she should have listened to Kingsman. She'd reply with, "No, we won a game once. I stayed on Widow, actually." She got community noted. They lost 7 games out of 8. And of course, we can't forget Ashlyn, the same person in the creator server who added CC and Zaza, urging them to not let anyone bully them off the internet. She'd tweet out and say, "I collected more details on this drama and I'm willing to give a serious input. My genuine opinion on this is everybody was being cringe. CC, Kingsman, Zaza, everybody. Nobody was in the right here. The best thing for everybody to do is to not escalate the situation, learn from it, and move on with life."
Why did you interject yourself into this? You have nothing to do with this. You're a literal nobody. I don't even know why the fuck you're a part of this. You just can't. You just came in, spouted some bullshit, and left, acting like you did something. Shut up.
"I feel so sorry for the other teams who have been massively overshadowed by this whole thing. It's not fair. This was truly unfortunate and preventable." She'd also get community noted, saying, "This user has heavily backed CC and Zaza, defended harassment, and otherwise engaged in various character assassination attempts against Kingsman, including inventing false allegations. It would be unwise to consider Ashlyn FPS unbiased in any capacity." Like, look, this was her saying, after reading the doc, Kaplunk's doc, "This is genuinely insane behavior.
Ain't
This
no
community
fucking
who's
way,
being
dude.
so toxic towards you guys just tells everything. I would be genuinely embarrassed if I were him," referring to Kingsman. She would then get ratioed multiple times in her replies. And so seeing the backlash she was receiving, the fact that she couldn't deal with the consequences of her own actions, just like everyone else, she would tweet out, "CC is bad. Kingsman is good. Would you kind souls please stop sending me death threats?" I mean, God, the whole thing was embarrassing. Everyone involved who was taking the side of the bullies was nothing more than embarrassing. The secondhand embarrassment I felt throughout this video is indescribable. Because throughout all of this, all they had to do was simply apologize. Not just in public, but directly
all they
to
had to do.
Kingsman. They only apologized to the public because they knew it made them look bad. And this would be after multiple opportunities of them doubling, tripling, quadrupling down, and only finally letting go once they realized this is unrecoverable. This whole tough girl bully act was not going to work.
Like Mean Girls in high school.
Was now aware of this. Moist Critical had done a video about it. I mean, everyone knew about this. But even though this looks very bad already, the real consequences, the ones that are truly career-ending,
all right, let's get into it. Come on, baby.
Show up later. And it would be when CC would start to lose sponsorships. On January 21st, Infinity Mice, one of CC's sponsors, said, "We have been made aware of the situation involving CC during the recent creator tournament. While we have worked together previously, we do not support behavior that targets or disrespects other creators. As a result, we will not be continuing any partnership moving forward. We believe in keeping competition respectful, and we wish everyone the best going forward." This tweet almost has 2 million views and over 50,000 likes. Since then, people have expressed interest in their products because having morals as a company is something rare these days. But they weren't the only ones. Solaris GG, the talent agency in which CC was a part of, would tweet a message from our owner. In it, you'd find a tweet by Hune, the owner of that talent agency, saying, "I've been informed of everything that happened, and as of today, I've made the decision that CC has been removed from Solaris and its creator program. I want to clarify, Solaris and its staff, other creators had zero involvement in Basim ZB's tournament. All of CC's social media posts and messages, the actions done and the insults said towards Kingsman by the group of streamers is not something I'm happy about or what Solaris stands for." Again, this tweet would receive a lot of attention as well, over 2 million views, and many people were very happy about this. But that's not all. Someone would notice that CC in her links had one that led to Razer, even though she misspelled the name of the company. It seemed that she had an affiliate code. The people would let Razer know, linking a tweet that she made saying that yes, she got banned because she typed KYS in chat. They'd say, "We're looking into it." Later, they'd say, "We have confirmed that there were never official agreements with the creator and there are no plans for future collaborations." One could only assume that her affiliate code also doesn't work anymore. CC had finally, for the first time in her adult life, received consequences that equaled her disgusting, vile actions. Oh, and while we're on the topic of CC's adult life, it seemed like she had a very big problem with the opposite gender, saying that all men are liars and that she hates all men. Additionally, back when she used to be a Smite player, she would express in DMs with someone that she had a dislike of black people. It wasn't just consequences against Kingsman anymore, it was consequences for every bad thing she's done over the last
they
few
found
years
everything.
now. But it wasn't over just yet. This wasn't just about monetary opportunities and sponsors. This was about how they had become a culture.
No fucking way. The Atlanta No way, dude. A basketball team made a meme about this shit.
Phenomenon for all the wrong reasons. The NBA team, the Atlanta Hawks, had made a TikTok about the Kingsman drama, saying how Kingsman felt after watching his old team get destroyed in the rivals tournament.
Fucking beautiful,
showing players
dude.
dunking multiple times. The user would tweet, "Someone said they're pulling a Zaza stack in my game today. What does this mean? Someone inform me." New slang unlocked, Zaza. Definition, someone throwing not necessarily on Black Widow and still won't swap. Playing for the vibes also became a massive meme. There's a new tournament being hosted by the content creator Boger with a $50,000 prize pool. He would tweet out, "Happy to announce that I'll be hosting another Boger Bash next week.
There we
This
go.
is not a casual tournament, but I promise you, the vibes will nevertheless be pristine."
This is not a casual tournament, but the vibes will be pristine. Dude, I just love all the memes that are coming out of this.
So now sponsors were leaving left and right. Opportunities were gone. No one wanted to associate with these people any longer, and they were truly exposed for what they are. This is the pure definition of consequences, and it is very satisfying to see. But what about Kingsman? How is he doing? Well,
He's
he
doing
ended up
great.
becoming more successful than any of these bullies combined.
Good, dude.
His last few streams had reached thousands of concurrent viewers. One of them had peaked at 25,700
Fucking
viewers, gaining
insane.
44,000 followers in one go. He's been receiving so many donations that he started begging people to stop.
Dude. Seems like such a nice guy, too. And he's good at fucking Marvel Rivals. Seems like such a nice guy. He was respectful the entire time, too. Even when he was dunking on him.
Donating. Someone would donate $3,000 right off the bat. His chat got him to hype train level God knows how much. He has over 10,000 subscribers. That's $50,000
insane,
alone.
dude.
He's reached over 200,000 subs on his YouTube channel and
Good
just
for him,
reached
man.
over
Good for
100,000
him.
followers on Twitch. I was there for the countdown. He has made way more than the entire 40,000 prize pool, and it couldn't have happened to someone more deserving. Additionally, Marvel Rivals developers sent him currency in-game for free so that he can buy all the skins for the character he loves playing, Magic. Check out a wholesome clip for a change.
The Marvel Rivals devs just gave me units so I can purchase Magic skins. No fucking way.
Let's fucking go.
There's no way that is real. Wait. I gotta hide.
Hey, we're sorry that this bitch and her friends bullied you. And we're sorry that you got kicked out of the tournament. We heard you like Magic. Here's all the currency so you can buy every single skin.
My screen. No,
That's
no way.
that's awesome,
no
actually.
Way. What? Wait. By the way, this is the guy who emailed me because he asked me.
As I said in the beginning of the video, this was a story with a happy ending.
That's
And
so
just in
nice.
case it wasn't clear enough, this was never about men versus women or any of that bullshit. This is a textbook story of someone who got bullied and stood up to his nasty, vile bully.
Yeah, stood his
garnering
ground.
support from the public and making them face consequences for the first time in their adult lives.
That's what we like.
I'm very happy for Kingsman, and I hope that he enjoys his success. He seems to be a really nice guy. And no, I'm not just saying that because he admitted on stream that he watches my videos. If you're watching this,
Beige.
Kingsman, thank you for being a viewer of my channel, and I truly wish you the best. My DMs are always open if you want any advice relating to content creation, or hell, even drama. But I think you handled this pretty damn
He handled
well. I
it
think you're good on
fucking
your own.
amazing,
Thank you
dude.
so much for watching until the very end. I really appreciate it. And if you want more content from me, even more than my YouTube channel, then
This
make
is
sure to
good.
check out my Stacked page, where I'm posting over 4 different art pieces every month, as well as one short video and long video. There's already
Patreon
a
or
short
Stacked?
video there. Prices start at $1 per month. I'll see you in the next video whenever that is, and love you platonically. Mwah.
The Three Musketeers of Victimhood. We are currently having a communal panic attack. Leave now before I call it. Oh, shit. That was good, dude. Oh, man. This was my first ever Mujin video. And it was pretty good. I won't lie to you. It's been pretty good. Man, fuck all 3 of these girls. These girls suck. I'm glad this one is losing all of her sponsors. Or this... which one was losing all her sponsors? Was it this one? Luciasa? This is insane, but this is good. This has been good. Oh, jeez.